What up? 1 second. Okay, yeah, just to get rid of any pop. Any like audio pop. Where's my cell phone? 1 second. There it is. Okay, cool. Got that. We need that. Let's see here. So, did the notification go out? Nope. Right, has it not? Nope. Right, has it not? Nope. Sounds good. Right, has it not? Nope. There it goes. Sounds good. Okay, who's ready? Who's ready for some heckin' Demon Souls, everybody? Because you know I am. I freaking am. Come on. There you go. There we go. Freaking awesome. I love Demon Souls. This game is really good. Okay, controller, do your job, Mr. Controller. Thank you. I think. There you go. Yep. Good job, Mr. Controller. It's good. You can't skip this intro, though. I don't know why. You can't skip this intro. You can't. They need us to know that Sony Computer Entertainment worked on this game, and Japan Studio, Triangle, Circle, X, Square, and From Software, obviously. All the big names. And Havoc, I guess, worked on this too. Whoever that is, some guy. Hi, I'm John Havoc. I worked on Demon Souls. Okay, so it turns out there's no special edition for the base game, by the way. Only the remaster. So there's a special edition for the remaster, but not for the base game. And I add some items. Okay, what are we working on? Oh yeah, we need a Murden Hammer. We need our Murden Hammer crushing. I like my Murden Hammer crushing. +5. And then we'll go to Shrine of Storms. Oh yeah, because we need the soul farm. So we're gonna get the soul farm online. And then once we get the soul farm online, we'll I guess, let's see, wait. What have I done? So I've done 1 1 1 2 2 1 2 2. Okay, yeah, and then we'll kill Dragon God. So we'll get the soul farm online, and then we'll farm grasses, make sure we don't run out of grasses, and then we'll kill Dragon God. And then we'll go just down the line, we'll go to 3 2 or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Once we get 4 1 done. We can go in any order at that point. It's literally the world's our oyster. As the saying goes. Okay. Greystone. Greystone. Or shard. We need chunks. We need like 2 more chunks. Maybe we can just like one-shot skeletons in Ritual Path. So it's actually kind of important that we have these. I would love to say that we don't need them, but we do. We actually kind of do, unfortunately. So we can like one-shot skeletons in Ritual Path. That's a really tough area. That's like probably the hardest area in the game. So we're gonna need resources for that. I mean, we could probably do a lot of you know, lava bow shenanigans as well. Probably get away with that, but it's not a shoo-in. It's not like the same exact thing. You know what I mean? It's not as much on the table, or however you want to put that. Oh. Yeah, we'll get this done, and then we'll... Yeah, I love this game. This game's freaking amazing. Let's see, do I have a story? right now while we're farming, I guess. Only downside to Demon Souls is all the farming, you know? I gotta sit here and do this deal. Oh yeah, so I went to the store just now. So I haven't run in the last 2 days, which is a bit of a shame, and it's something I need to correct, but I did go to the store right now, and I bought some, you know, essentials or whatever. So I'm gonna have a leek and tofu green curry tonight. So I got some vegan fish sauce, and I got some yellow curry paste, and some... I'll probably put in a little bit of garlic chili paste in there too, just to give it a little more kick. And then what I'll do is I'll fry up the leek real good in the pan, and then I'll probably oven bake the tofu. I'm experimenting with new ways to cook tofu, so I don't have to sit there and like have it fry in the pan, because I don't, you know, it splashes oil just everywhere all the time, and it's like we need to fix that. That's one of those things where it's like my range is it's so filthy. Like I need to fix that. I need to fix the fact that my range gets so filthy, and so I need to be more I need to be more intellectual with it. I need to work this system. By which I mean I need to bake everything now. I don't know how Chinese cooks do it. How the heck do they fry everything? They must do it really fast in like a ton of oil. And then that way it doesn't splash everywhere. But I'm just a humble, and in a wok, you know, so the oil doesn't even, in a big huge wok, right? So you got a bunch of oil at the bottom of a big huge wok, and then you fry up your tofu and you get it real freaking hot, real stinking hot, and you fry up your tofu real quick, and then you yank it out and you just dump the oil or recycle it or something, right? But it's me, I'm sitting here, you know, with a flat bottom pan, putting in a little bit of oil at the bottom, trying to get a nice crispy sear on the tofu on both sides, right? And therein lies the problem, okay? You're never going to get the results you want doing that, right? It's just the oil's going to splash everywhere. It's going to take a billion trillion years. I tried the air fryer, didn't really like it. You know, so the reality is we got to go one step farther. We got to Western style. I mean, I'm a white boy. I'm not entirely, but mostly. I'm predominantly white. So, you know, and I live in America, and I got a big old oven. So it's time to bust that sucker out and really bring it down hard and fast, you know? Like, why pretend? You know, doing things Chinese style makes sense if you got a bunch of oil in your big old wok, you know? Which maybe I should do. Maybe I should try that too. But oil's expensive, you know? It's expensive crap. It's like I can't spend $2 in oil every time I cook, and then I have to have it sitting there on the stove. You know, a big old vat of oil. Which, like, honestly, not the worst idea in the world. I could probably... But, I mean, you know, I don't want the oil to go bad or nothing. I don't know. I don't know how that works. So, I mean, what I could do is I could buy, like, a big old jug of oil and then just, like, fry everything in the same oil. But I've also had issues where it, like, smokes and stuff, you know? And, like, the oil, like, gets real freaking hot and starts, like, dumping smoke out and stuff. And, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if deep frying is the way for a guy like me. You know, maybe we'll just do a quick pan sear. Let's or not a pan sear. We'll give it an oven sear. We'll put it on the bottom of my pan. We'll cut up. We'll slice my tofu up, and then we'll put a little bit of oil at the bottom of that pan. You know, just to coat both sides of the frickin' tofu, and then we just flip it. We just cook it real hot. Flip it halfway through, 450 in the oven. It's winter time, you know. Who cares about a little bit extra hot from the oven? You know, that's life for you. And that's the kind of thinking we really need. You know, we need to. We're an Eastern, and we're a fusion of East and West here. You know, that's the goal, culinarily.
Hello.
We have to work the system. You know, we have to have. Oh, I have enough. Okay, cool. Wait, no. Wait a minute. Okay, I think I goofed up. I have enough chunks of hard stone. Chunk of clear stone, shard of gray stone. Okay, I need one more chunk of gray stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, take care of that. I'm gonna level up right now. Where is she? What up, baby girl? Hook it up with that soul power. Now we hit the soft cap on strength. We hit that strength soft cap, which is what you need. Okay, so now we go, yeah. We need one more chunk of hardstone, and then we're all set to go. We're all set to boost it out. Get the heck out of here. Head to, but yeah, so anyway, the tofu. Yeah, so I'm gonna oven fry it, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my pan out, and I'm gonna cook a bunch of garlic, or I'm gonna really cook my leeks down. So that's the thing, you want to, so I'm a big believer in the idea of eating the whole leek, right? You get a leek, and in fine French cooking, you're only supposed to use the white part of the leek. I say you want to use the whole thing. That green part's probably got all kinds of good stuff in it, right? So what you got to do is first you got to clean your leek real good. You got to slice it down the middle and clean it real good. Thanks to Adam Ragusa of YouTube for teaching me that. But you really got to clean your leek out. That's the problem with leeks. You got to clean them out unless you want dirt in there. Which already happens with my mushrooms all the time. There's like little pieces of dirt in my freaking mushroom stews and all that because I don't clean them off well enough. But anyway, so you got to clean your leek real good, and then you got to chop it up as fine as you like. It doesn't really matter how fine you chop it, but you got to chop it. Oh, another thing about leeks is that they can have a woody stem in the middle, so you want to avoid it. So you want to check that in the store, because a leek is actually like a baby plant, right? And then what happens is after its initial development, it grows like a really hard stem that's going to be like a tree basically or something. I don't know exactly what's going on with that. But you wanna check that, because I bought a leek one time at the store and there was just like a straight up stick in the middle of it. Like, I'm dead serious. Like a full blown freaking stick. Like just like a legit actual like piece of wood almost. Like you couldn't cut through it with your knife or anything. It was hilarious. It was actually really funny. Because I didn't know. You know, will the wonders of nature never cease? Exactly. You know, that's the kind of thing that you get to enjoy in life. You experience that and you're like, wow. Just like unbelievably goofy. But anyway. So yeah, you gotta check out for that. And then so what you do is you just cut the leek in half lengthwise or whatever. And then you wash out the folds real good. And then you chop it really fine along its length. Okay? And then you and then you just like stew that in a little bit of oil for a good long while to really soften that. You want to soften that guy real bad. You want that guy to be as soft as you can imagine. And then you know what's so crazy is apparently you can eat green garlic too. So if garlic is already sprouted, you can eat that too, and they do it all the time in Asia. It's pretty good. I've had it. Went to the Asian market and bought some one time. It was pretty alright. It was kind of like a leek. Very similar to like a leek or like a green onion, but maybe a little more mild. It's pretty good. I don't know what's up with garlic cultivation. Obviously, we eat the bulbs, and those are quite good. Yeah, and then so you stir that up, stew that real good for a good long minute. You know, put maybe a sear on that, a little bit of a sear on that, and then you toss in your garlic. You sear that up real good, and then I'm gonna take the baked tofu out of the oven. And we'll see what I do with the baked tofu. Probably we're looking at 450 for 30 minutes or more. And with a flip at 15 minutes. Just to get a good old sear on it. And then what I'll do is I'll put in the... and then we'll toss in... And then so I take the tofu out of the oven. I toss that in the pan. And then I toss in the curry paste, the vegan fish sauce, and the sambal oelek. The fermented chili sauce, fermented chili garlic sauce. So you could use like a little bit of gochujang probably or something, but it'd be fine. And then to replace stock, I use then the coconut milk. You need the coconut cream. That's like the really important thing. If you don't have it's pretty okay if you don't have the coconut cream, but you need the coconut cream. And then I also like to toss in just a little bit of black pepper as well, just because I'm an American. You know, that's just what we do. Here in the West, that's what we do. We holding it down or whatever, you know. Here in America, we put in that freaking black pepper. And so then once you have the black pepper in there, and then you toss it in at the end, and you don't really. That's all there is to that. And then I'm probably gonna put in a tomato too, just to give it a little zhuzh, just to zhuzh it up a little bit, a little Roma tomato. Just one Roma tomato put in towards the end. You don't want to put that in too early because it'll break down too much. You don't want to really get that tomatoey. You want to be eating those chunks of tomato, I think. I mean, ultimately, it's up to you. You can put it in earlier, and that's pretty good. In Indian-style cooking, they put the tomato in really early. And then what they do is they kind of cook it with the aromatics, basically. So they would put it in the same spot as I would put like the spices in, type scenario, or they put it in after the spices, but before the or they put it in like with the aromatics, I guess, or they do the aromatics and then they cook the tomato. So difference of opinion. You can do it later, you can do it earlier, no big deal. It's, you know, tomato. It's freaking good. You can eat the dang thing raw. You know, you can take the thing. You can slice it up, put some salt and pepper on it, bad boy, and eat it raw. And that's totally fine too, you know. Little tiny bit of, little spritz of salt and pepper on that sucker. And just full-blown raw, no big deal. That's a great way to eat a Roma tomato. You wouldn't, those bigger tomatoes, those hothouse tomatoes are really bland, so I wouldn't do that with those. I wouldn't eat those at all. I would only eat a Roma tomato. Roma tomatoes are pretty good. I would not eat another kind of tomato. I've tried other kinds of tomatoes. They're very bland by comparison. Which is funny because as a kid, you know, my mom never really had Roma tomatoes. We ate the other kind of tomato. But yeah, they're those other kinds of tomatoes are very bland and watery. Very, very bland and watery compared to a Roma tomato. I don't know, maybe Roma tomatoes don't taste right for some people. Because you'll get that kind of stuff going on with all kinds of different produce. You know, somebody's like, I don't like the taste of this whatever a little bit. Now, for me personally, you know, like cilantro, right? Like, I don't really like the taste of cilantro. But a little bit ain't gonna kill you. You know, that's the thing. That's what people... you know, and again, I don't want to sit here and be, like, overly critical of other people and their tastes or whatever. But, like, to me, like, a little bit of cilantro on something tastes good. Like, cilantro, to me, tastes very bitter and very strange. Almost like soap, definitely. It definitely tastes like soap. But if you put in the right amount of cilantro, it adds a little something something. I think the pitfall of cilantro is when you have too much cilantro in something. If a dish has the right amount of cilantro, my theory is that, my thinking is, or at least my opinion, or something, you know what I mean? Where it's like, for me at least, I guess. If a dish has the right amount of cilantro, I don't even mind. It tastes good. It adds a little something something. Right? So when I have a salsa at a Mexican restaurant, which I don't go to Mexican restaurants very often, but you get the idea. If I have a little bit of cilantro on my, you know, my salsa, I don't mind the taste at all. It's mixed in there with the other flavors, and it adds a little bit of a zing kind of zest to it, sort of deal, you know. But if you're eating, like, you know, a big old cilantro leaf, it's like, yeah, if you're getting, you know, if you're just eating a bunch of cilantro, it's gonna taste bad, right? But that's sort of the issue with the whole cilantro soap gene deal. Is I think that in most dishes, even with that, cilantro is real tasty. I think. I've yet to have a dish with cilantro in it where I minded the cilantro. It's only when I've, like, gone through the trouble of, like, trying to use too much cilantro in a dish that it got to be a problem. So there's one time where I tried to use cilantro, like, I tried to cook cilantro like a spinach. I took cilantro and I just chopped it up and I, like, tried to, like, cook it down like a spinach, and then I added other stuff to that, and that was miserable. That was really miserable, but I was using way too much cilantro, and also I was, like, cooking it down like a spinach. I thought it would be like a spinach, you know? Like just a random wacky food experiment where I'm sitting there cooking a cilantro like a freaking spinach. It's like, that was really dumb. You know, spinach is real tasty. But you gotta freaking you gotta do it right, you know? Yeah, like spinach is a whole other ballgame. It's a totally different beast. You know, they look the same, I guess, or they look kind of similar or something. I don't know, whatever. But they're totally different beasts, I guess. Go figure, you know. Go freaking figure. Whoa. Get that guy out. Yeah. Whoa. Shard of Greystone. Nope, okay. One more. We only need one more. The second I get this last one, we're, like, done. We can call it a day. We move on, finally. The problem is, like, I could move on without this, but I wouldn't like, there's no other way to get this, right? It's not like there's a greystone someplace else in the game. That's the issue. If there was like a greystone someplace else, somewhere, if somewhere in the game there's a greystone, there's a chunk of greystone, I'd be like, oh, okay, this is fine. I guess like, well, there might be a crystal lizard, I guess. That's one thing I could do actually. Let me take a look at that. There may be a crystal lizard somewhere, actually. So we'll look at that. Good thinking. Hold up, we'll take a look here. No, there's actually not. They don't even drop off of crystal lizards. That's insane. This is like the one upgrade material. This is the one upgrade material that doesn't have a crystal lizard, actually. Which is complete. That's actually really wacky. I think there might be others that also don't have crystal lizards, but that is really crazy when you think about it. That this upgrade material doesn't have a crystal lizard. That's actually really weird. That is actually really freaking weird. We're almost there. Just need this one last item. And then we can go deal with the ritual path. Everyone's favorite place in the game, the ritual path. Or no. Or it's Island's Edge. We start with Island's Edge. And then we go to the ritual path. Whoop. Okay. Yeah, there is a drop chance boosting ring, but we have to kill Old Hero to get it. But I guess we could do that. Maybe next time I will do that, or maybe as another character I'll kill Old Hero first, just to get the drop chance boosting ring, or something, you know, just to make this like slightly less crappy. Or no, I think I can trade his... Well, yeah, but you need to trade the soul in. Yeah, there's a huge process behind that, though. It's like a giant pain. It's like not actually that simple. Because you need to take his soul. So you need to kill... You need to go all the way to killing Old Hero, which is considerable investment in terms of effort. And that's like the toughest area in the game, like I said. And then you have to... You have to trade his soul in with like a greatsword or something, with like a infused, or with a +7 greatsword, and then you have the you have a sword that increases drop chance, and then you can just have that in your left hand. I don't even think you need the ring at that point. I think you just have the sword, so that's the only way to get that ring. And so in New Game Plus you could stack them, right? You could have the ring in one hand, or you could have the sword in my. I could have the sword in my left hand, just for the bonus drop chance, and then have the ring equipped as well in New Game Plus. But other than that, it's like a huge amount of work. Maybe I should do it. Maybe I should have done it. But at this point, we literally only need one more Greystone chunk. This is really the issue of Demon Souls. I hate to say it. Oop. When you talk about Demon Souls and the problem with Demon Souls, this is it right here. And this is like the easiest one too. This is any other character is gonna be harder. It's like actually kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Cuckoo. Boom. Okay, that's not it. Yeah, there's this curry paste at the grocery store. It's like really good stuff. It's like really insanely good stuff. It's this like yellow curry paste. Oh. This game? Yeah, this game is really awesome. I didn't even play. I played it. The first time I played it was like a year ago or something. And it's really awesome. This game is really cool. It has problems. It's not perfect, but it is really cool, definitely. And I think the grinding is like the main issue with this game. It's not a game where if you want like a fully upgraded weapon, it actually is going to be a lot of work of just like. But to be fair, I mean, like getting the process in place is kind of interesting, I guess. And if I had large sword of searching or something, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll find a way to get large sword of searching. We'll try that out. But we only need one more Greystone chunk right now, and then we're done. Then we just go to Tunnel City, and then, or we go to the first place. Oh, you can't. I don't think you can. It's PlayStation exclusive. This is an emulator. This is an emulator. I'm emulating the PlayStation 3 right now. So so PlayStation 5 is the remasters on PlayStation 5. Yeah. So this is a PlayStation 3 emulator. I have it emulated on. So the RPCS3, the big PlayStation 3 emulator is insanely optimized. So like Xbox 3 emulation is like nowhere near as good as PlayStation 3 emulation. PlayStation 3 emulation is like in a class of its own, and it's not really clear why or how it worked out that way. They figured something out, and so now it like is seamless. It's like perfect and seamless. So this is like just as good, if not better, than playing it on the actual console. Believe it or not. Like as far as I know, this is working better than actual PlayStation 2 emulation. Like I've played PS2 games with worse quality than this. I've had PS2 games where there's been stutter and slowdown in various in spots, and this game doesn't have that basically at all, as far as I know. I don't think I've even had a crash. I've had more crashes in Sekiro. I've had more crashes in Dark Souls 3 and Sekiro than I've had in this game, in this emulator. It's a bit of a hassle, and there's no guarantee that the current emulator version will actually work. So I've had situations where I've had to, so I have like the alpha build. What do I have right now? What's the build I have? I have I have like the 0.31 alpha build of the emulator, and I've tried more current versions, and I've had issues getting them to work. Like they're like, no, we don't want to work. Well, I don't know what's going on with that. So this alpha version is the one that works. I don't. Yeah. So go figure. And it works seamlessly. I'm like shocked. I'm like disgusted. It's like appalling how seamless this works. And this is like the one game. Although to be fair, this is the one game that people want to play on this console. The console's kind of a dud, and there's like no good games for it. Frankly, there's no good games for like any of these. A lot of these exclusives are pretty bad, actually. Like I think Nintendo exclusives are way better than non-Nintendo exclusives. So like whenever you're playing like a non-Nintendo console, there are exclusives, but they're usually pretty poor. Like I guess Gears of War is really famously good, I guess, for Xbox, and then there's Fable 2 for Xbox. But I think Fable 2 is kind of a letdown compared to like Fable 1 and stuff. I know Fable 3 was pretty crappy. I played a lot of Fable 3. It was pretty bad. Retrospectively, I think Fable 3 was very bad. It was the sort of thing that I enjoyed it when I was like, 16 or whatever. But as an adult, it's just like a bit. It's an abyss of low quality, in my opinion. There's a lot of really good talent in the game. A lot of really good actors and a lot of really great artists and stuff like that. But the quests are just so poor. But I mean, it's kind of fun, But yeah, so if you want to play Fable 2, that's still not doable. So the one game they need to get working is Fable 2. They need to get Fable 2 They need to get the Xbox 360 working so Fable 2 can be played. And that's like it. That's like the only thing. It's like the only game you want to play on that whole console. As far as I know. I think there's some, or no, there's a PlayStation 3, there's like Resistance or something, Fall of Man. There's like some other game that's like okay. About like aliens invading Earth or something. It's like the PlayStation version of Gears of War. But as far as I know, this is like the landmark. This is like if you're a real auteur, if you're a real like if you're like a real like aficionado, this is like the only game on the console that's like next level in terms of quality or whatever. And honestly, it's kind of annoying me right now, as you can see. I'm killing rockworms. Wait, what is this? World of Warcraft? What is this? An MMO? Shard of Greystone. That's not it. We don't want that. We don't want a Shard of Greystone. We don't want a Shard of Greystone. Give me a Greystone chunk. Chunk of Greystone, please. Please. Please, game. Give me the chunk of Greystone, please. Give me the chunk. No, that's not it. I guess we just go to Old Hero. Maybe I just go get the Sword of Soul Searching or whatever. Maybe that's the magic trick. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll just do that. Maybe we'll just do that. Maybe we'll go to Island's Edge. This is really annoying. Yeah, I mean, I guess I level up real fast. Buy some more arrows. Yeah, we'll just go to Island's Edge. Forget this. I don't actually need the weapon to fully upgraded yet. We'll give it one more pass. I think I'm just getting really unlucky. I mean, that happens, you know. You get unlucky, and that's just how it is. I think we will go to Island's Edge. One more pass. One more pass, though. I want to give this one more pass. We'll just go strength to 40. I don't even. I think it's soft caps at 40 in this game. It's the soft cap. The main soft cap is 30 though for this game. I think. So we'll 34 shards of Greystone. So I guess we can Greystone infuse. We can heavy infuse something else. But you also need a bunch of hardstone for that too. So it's like not even the perfect solution. I guess I can buy some grass. Well, yeah, we'll figure that out. Hold up. Let's do one more pass. We'll do one more pass and then we'll go to Island's Edge. We can get soul searching. We can get Sword of Soul Searching, I guess. If we even have the upgrade materials to do that. Okay. Greystone. Okay. No. Unbelievable. Can you believe it? Just unbelievable. This is an outrage. I demand a recount. This is an outrage. Game. Video game. How dare you? Okay, I guess we just move on for a bit here. We buy some arrows and we just move on. Come back with the sword. I don't know what's up with that. Just unbelievable what it is. In theory, they can drop pure Greystone too, but I think that's like a 1% chance or less or something. So if I want to fully upgrade a Greystone weapon, I either need to go to New Game Plus, or I have to let's see here. I have to whatever. We get some arrows.
Hello, I'm Keith.
What's up, Stockpile Thomas? Okay, take these off my hand. Get them out of my sight. They sicken me. Okay, take item. We need... what do we need? We need... our armor. Plate helm. Coat of plate. Plate gauntlets. Plate leggings. Okay.
Yeah.
And that way, we can actually go to Island's Edge here. I gotta get the soul farm online, I think. Where is it? It's over here. Oh, where's my shield? I need my shield too. Honestly, I probably don't, but we'll pick it up anyway.
Hello, I'm keeping.
And then probably from here at this point, I'll upgrade my defenses until I can have a... Where is it? I'll upgrade my vigor until I can get a until I can get until I can equip a purple shield, because we'll need that for the end of the game. It's not strictly essential, but it's fairly close. Okay, this is Island's Edge, everyone's favorite part of any game ever. This is the best place in any Souls game. Welcome to paradise, gentlemen. Oh. Okay, well I one-shot them anyway, so it's fine. Okay. I didn't really need the +5 Greystone. Ow. You know how everyone loves the Catacombs? You know how the Catacombs is like everyone's favorite part of Dark Souls 1? And how everyone loves the Catacombs, and how it's like so fun to be there. This is the Catacombs of... This is like Iron Keep. Ow. 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 So bad at these enemies. This is the Iron Keep of the whole affair. Oh. Arrows. Soldier's Lotus. Okay. That's the bleed curing item for this game. That's red moss clump or whatever. Talisman of God. There's a reason you should use your talisman if you don't start with miracles, or if you don't start with one. Okay. Come on and slam. And welcome to the jam. Uh-oh. Come on and slam. And play the Demon Souls. Come on and slam. This is Demon Souls. Come on and slam. Can you believe this? This is just ridiculous, right? Like, there should be a law against this, I think. This isn't fair to anyone. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to the Asylum Demon. Or whatever it's called. Vanguard, or it's Vanguard Demon. This is the Vanguard Demon, yeah. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to the Vanguard Demon. Not fair to anyone. And yet here we are doing it. Unbelievable. Can you believe that this is what Demon Souls is really like? No, bows are great in this game. Bows are freaking awesome in this game. Bows are about as good as it gets in this game. This is the bow game. You want to talk about a game where bows are good? Oh yeah, I just did bow stuff. If bows ain't good, I don't know why I didn't just use them. Bows are great in this game. Well, magic is also broken too, for sure. Magic is broken for a lot of the same reasons why bows are, kind of. Magic has other things going on with it too. Magic is like weird because you can stack a bunch of bonuses on it, as you kind of end up with something a little different. Ah, Black Skeleton. Hey, bro. What's up, dude? What's up, Mr. Black Skeleton? I'm afraid of you. Charter Blade Stone. There you go. Crescent Falchion. There's a Crescent Falchion for your mage characters. There's some soul remains. Where are we going? Oh, up the hill here. I don't think I need to go this way, but we'll take a look anyway. Oh. Ow. Oh. I didn't want to eat grass there. Copper key? I don't even remember what this does. Do we need this? I can't remember. Can't remember if this is like a necessity or not. But, I mean, there you go. I think I do need this for the jail or something. Oh. Hmm? It's so annoying how they hit you no matter what you do. It feels like there's literally no correct way to deal with those enemies. Yeah. And then they always get two in. So you get hit by the first, and then they always get the second hit in, too. Just so bad. Enemies are just the worst. It's like I literally have, like, the perfect weapon for them. And they still just, like, wreck me. It's just slaughter me. Like I'm sitting here chewing grass, just trying to survive. That's the thing about these enemies is they.
Give me.
So this is the crow. Yeah, it's like crazy. I don't know how the heck you're supposed to deal with them, to be honest. I like actually legitimately do not know how you're supposed to deal with them. Like a mace maybe? I don't know. Like maybe a mace or club will like deal with them pretty well. I literally don't know. There's a compound longbow if you want that. It's like the best option I got. I think maybe you block them. I guess maybe that's it. But even when you block them, they can still hit you before your swing comes out. It's like really wacky. What's that? Oh, okay. It's an enemy above me. One of those flying enemies. Oh, okay, you just block them, I guess. Whatever, sure. Never mind, you just block them. That changes everything. The equation suddenly makes sense. There you go. What do I know? Just a guy, yeah. There you go. Okay, you do need the copper key for this guy. What does he sell again? What does homeboy here sell?
Heavens, I can't believe I suppose I'm grave robber. Yes, thanks. Who couldn't do it?
Okay. What do you got? Well, you got grasses. That's pretty good. You got real good grasses. Sticky white stuff, but I think he doesn't sell that much of that. So this guy sells some pretty cool stuff. The scimitar, the falchion, the longbow. So there's lots of good stuff out of this guy. Does he have arrows? Of course he has arrows, yeah. Leather armor, that's whatever. Okay, we'll just buy a bunch of this.
May we have a long...
Buy a bunch of this, yeah. So now we need him for grass. Basically. I think he has the best deal on grass, basically, essentially. So, and these enemies drop a lot of souls. That's kind of the one saving grace of this area, is they drop a lot of souls. They're really... They really hit you out. Okay. This is the low area. Uchigatana. This is Uchigatana, everybody. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? There's a Killage. Killage or whatever. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's like a weapon I've never heard of. Oh, gotta eat my grass. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Crunch, crunch. Let's look at that killage for a second here. Oh, hell yeah. Heck yeah, dude. That sounds freaking awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna try to oven bake some tofu. Tonight, probably. So I think this is the weapon you want to Bladestone infuse. It's either one of these two. So we'll hold on to those for a minute. Unknown Hero Soul. I'll figure it out. I'm probably gonna try tonight. Probably I'll cook it real hot for like 30 minutes and a flip at 15. Is probably how I'm gonna do that. With a little bit of oil. So I'm gonna coat them in a bit of oil and salt. Like a little teensy bit of oil and salt, and then I'm just gonna set the oven to 450, and then I'm gonna stick them in there, and I'm gonna cook cook for 15 a flip. I might be 20 minutes on each side, or even more. We'll see. I don't rightly know yet, to be honest. Oh wow, I can do that. Okay, never mind. Sweet, brother. Oh yeah. Sniping manta rays. This thing's freaking rules. Got some manta rays to snipe. Where's the other one? I know it. This is how you deal with them. Look at that. That's freaking crazy. Let's try killing this guy. He's a lot more resistant to this. That's nuts. Yep. I'm just shattering this game. Bows are really good in this game. Bows are really good in this game. They're actually like the best weapon type, I think, in the game, except for New Game Plus. If you're doing New Game Plus, they're not as good. The problem with bows is you really only have the lava bow. Okay, so your other option is a Dex character, with a sticky bow, but the problem is getting Spider Stone is like impossible. Spider Stone is like probably the worst upgrade material in the game. So you can get an S scaling Dex bow, but that's a huge pain, and it's not even any better than the lava bow. So I think as far as weapons go, other than like the Chris dagger or the Chris blade or whatever, this is the best weapon in the game, I think. Now, New Game Plus probably not as much. You'd probably want something like Northern Regalia, New Game Plus, or Blue Blood Blade or something. Or you'd want to like light buff a, you know, killage or something. Probably you could kill an enemy really fast if you had that set up. You take like a Dex killage and then you like give it light or curse buff, and then you could probably kill an enemy really fast with that too, potentially. But I think even then Northern Regalia would still be stronger. Probably Northern Regalia would still be stronger just from the sheer defenses. But I mean, I guess if you're like infinitely high level or something, you know, if your character's like level 1 billion, you know, there's really no reason not to do a sharpened, a blade infused, or a sharp infused light weapon character, right? Like if you have just like huge, if you're just like really high level and you've hit like every soft cap, you could also do light weapon killage, and probably that would probably be just as good as like Bladestone, or I mean Northern Regalia, probably about as good. I don't know, actually. I'm not actually that big of an expert at this game. It's kind of what I'm doing here, is trying to become an expert at this game, right? I'm not already an expert at this game, but I do have theories for what works in this game. So if you have some good advice for me about this game, I'm all ears. I got big ol' ears, ready to hear your analysis of how I should build this character. Or of how I should build future characters. Yeah, but you wouldn't want to kill, like, you wouldn't want to do, like, New Game Plus a lot with this. You probably could, honestly. Honestly, this is good enough. You could probably beat the whole, you could probably beat all the cycles with this just fine. Like this gold skeleton. Yeah, Ice Rapier, 99 dex. Not an option in this game, unfortunately. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness that's not an option in this game. Oh, ouch. Stabbing me. I should never have undark infused that weapon. I should have that dark shield. Why don't I have the dark shield? Oh, come on. Come on, Mr. Manta Ray. You, where is he? Nope, okay. Denial and agility. Yeah, I got a denial, agility up, everything. There is a denial in this game, actually, believe it or not. There is straight up denial in this game. It's called something different, but it's the same thing. It's literally the same as denial. Or it's even better. It's actually even better than denial in this game. It like brings you to half HP. We'll just finish him off. Shard of Bladestone. There we go. Thank you. Hold on, let me equip the Uchigatana. Let me see what it does. Uchigatana. It's heavy as shit. But it also swings really fast. Okay. What are the stat requirements on it? 1813. Okay. Yeah, it's 5. It's literally heavier than the Murden Hammer. It weighs 5. That's so crazy. I'm like blown away that it weighs 5. That's like really weird. Oh well. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's life for you. Nothing you can do. Gotta just look forward to the future. Try to do best. Try to do better next time, you know? Uchigatana weighs 5? I don't even know what that means. It's really heavy for some reason. Why is Uchigatana so heavy? Are katanas heavier than they look? Is that the idea? What is that? What was that? Why did I hear a crow cawing? Is there some explanation for that, or is that just random? Freaking me out, man. This game. There's something over here we need to grab. Or there's some, like, other piece of treasure. How do we get over there? Remind me. Remind me how we get over there. No. No. Maybe. Oh, here it goes. Yeah. Renowned Hero Soul. Okay, that's whatever. Yeah, okay. So it's like a shortcut this. So you can technically get to the boss really fast this way. Where am I? Wait, what? No, there's a... What? Where is the... there's a... I thought there's like a way to loop back to the entrance here. Do I not know how this map design works? Or whatever? Do I not understand how Demon Souls level design is? Where does this go? Is this the way I came in? Hold up. Let's find out. Let's do some investigative journalism here. Oh, okay. Never mind. There it is. Yeah, so you can actually get here. There's actually a way to get here really early, but I don't know how to do it. Because this is near the start of the level. So you can get the Regenerator's Ring, which heals you over time. At your hands, sir. Okay, now we kill the boss. Now we kill the heckin' boss. Okay, more full moon grass or whatever. Pop in. Waiting for a quick little snack here. What up, homeboy? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I forgot how to fight this boss. Ah, shoot. Well, that's gonna be brutal. Ah, I forgot how to deal with this boss. I got really greedy there. That's gonna be a pain. I guess we can look at the... We can try to do the shortcut here to the boss, because there is a shortcut. There is straight up a shortcut here. That's okay. This is a good opportunity to learn how to do the shortcut. This is a great opportunity to learn how to do the shortcut. What's this? Half moon grass. Oh, it's my birthday. Thanks, game. Swag. Did I forget one? These enemies are just the worst, honestly. I'm okay. Well, I just lost. Okay. Yeah, see, there you go. Congratulations. Freaking amazing. I should have just. Shrine of Storms. Shrine of Storms. Also, okay, look. What even are these? Okay, whose skeleton is this? Who has a skeleton like this? This is like the Baki the Grappler. I don't know if people know that meme. This is stupid. Nobody has a skeleton like this. His spine is like 1 billion feet thick. He's got bone plates all over his body. What even is this? What even is he? He's not a real skeleton. That's not somebody's skeleton. He's got spikes everywhere on his freaking body. What even is this? What even is this? It's not even a real skeleton. It's like Party City Halloween skeleton. Freaking haunted house skeleton. What even is this? Nobody has a skeleton like this. This is the stupidest thing. Whose skeleton is this supposed to be? Is this an organism of some kind that has a skeleton like this? Do they ever explain that? Is that explained in the deep lore? Will the item descriptions explain to me why these things have skeletons like this? Is this a race of freaking weirdos? What's going on here? Well, who are the Tempest worshipping Shadow Men? Why do their skeletons look all whack? What's even going on here? You know, and it's like, until I die to one, it's not even, I don't even think to myself, well, I better, why is some of the skeletons gold? Is that a thing that happens? Do people have gold skeletons? Or black skeletons? Is that a thing? No? I think that's just made up. I think everyone's skeleton is like the same color, right? Well, there you go. Now you know. How do I do this? How do I skip this? We gotta look this up. We gotta look this up. Is there a way? Do I need to get on this wall or something? Well, I'm gonna look this up. Okay, that tree does not block appropriately. So I gotta walk all the way back over here. Okay, let's look up how to do this. Let's do myself a solid. Let's take a solid here, and 1 second here. Shrine, Island's Edge, boss shortcut. Okay, Demon Souls PS5 Island Edge shortcut. Let's watch this video, or I'm gonna watch this video. It's 2 minutes, so this is good. Okay, so I spawn in the Island's Edge, blah blah blah. Guy says hello. Okay, awesome. Kill the freaking skeletons. Get your souls back. Kill some more skeletons. Okay, more skeletons are dying. Yeah, kill skeletons. Kill skeletons. Kill some skeletons. Skeletons are dead. Okay, now we're here. Okay, so he goes into the castle. And he goes up. Okay, okay, I see where he's going with this. He goes into the castle and then up. And then he kills another skeleton. A lot of skeletons in this game, huh? I guess you can parry him. So I guess there's something. There's something. Okay, kills more skeletons. Okay. Okay, I'm watching. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. The technique has been learned. The information has been transferred from him to me using technology. Using mind technology and brain science. Or whatever. Mind technology, brain science, whatever. Yeah, the technique has been transferred to me. The student has become the master. And now, the skip technique will be implemented. Post haste. By me. To wait. This is it. This is the right way. He was doing it on the remaster too. So it still works in the remaster. Oh. Ow. Scumbag. How dare you? Ow. Try to kick there. That's the game's equivalent of the kick, for some reason. I think maybe some weapons have kicks, I don't know. And then this weapon just doesn't. Okay. Do I need to angle it better? No. There we go. Wait, no? Almost. Maybe I need to be on the edge of this. Nope. Plank here. There we go. Swag. 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 Extreme swag. The swagger is just unparalleled. Swag. Swag. Give me an S. Give me an A. Give me an A. Give me a G. What's that spell? Swag. Oh god. Thank goodness for my armor. If it weren't for my armor, that would have killed me instantly. I would be deceased right now. Okay, cool. That's where you farm, so that's gonna be fun when I need to farm Bladestone. I'm gonna love killing those guys with my Bladestone. Okay. Fudge, why am I stuck? Ow. Oh, oops. Okay. Watched Adjudicator beat an issue. Hero, your will is low. Watch that. Get a better view of him. Better shot. Ow. Well, that was a bad mistake. We need to be on the top floor. Oh shoot, uh-oh. Can I stand here? No, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Ow. There we go, swag. Take that, adjudicator. Take that. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Brillante. Absolutely brilliant. Let me just pick up my loot. Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, whatever. Don't even know what that does. Oh, it revives you. That was a lie. I know what that does. Cool. Good job. Round of applause, everyone. Clap, clap, clap. Just for me. Mamma mia.
Thou stenta- soul of the mind.
Okay, we need endurance. Go to endurance there. Okay. What do we need now? Oh yeah, we get the soul farm. Now we have the soul farm online. Wait, no. Not that way. Which one is it? Adjudicator. Now we can get infinite grasses, which is actually kind of a big deal. So we have, yeah, we get infinite grasses now. Oh, I mean, you know, there you go. Not every tofu is the best thing you've ever eaten in the whole world, you know? Not every time is your tofu gonna be perfect. I mean, I don't know, you know? So this is the soul farm.
Hello there. You look terrible.
So what we can do is we can go to Blige here, we can buy half moon grass, right? So he sells half moon grass.
Be sure
Well, so it's salt. So the tofu is like a huge amount of water. There's a huge amount of water in the tofu, right? And so if you add salt to your flavorings, the flavor will slowly seep into the tofu. So you need to have it for a long time. Now most of the time I actually don't even really flavor the tofu. I just have it in a flavorful sauce, right? The tofu itself is not marinated. I don't marinate tofu. But if you really want flavor in tofu, what you can do is you can have a salty marinade that imparts flavor. How much salt is there in the chicken broth? Well, chicken broth doesn't have that much flavor. Chicken broth actually doesn't have very much flavor. Also, maybe I'm just wrong. I don't know. It's an interesting question. I guess. Maybe I'm just wrong. I don't... Chicken broth is like shockingly not flavorful. You would want to have like a chicken bouillon rub or something. Yeah, I think chicken stock really doesn't have very much flavor is the issue with chicken stock. It's actually pretty bland. It's like mostly kind of fat. Most of the flavor comes from the fat, and the fat's not going to permeate into the chicken. The fat is never ever going to permeate into the tofu. Like, how is the fat going to get inside the tofu, right? Like when you eat a chicken broth, there's like little tiny fat particles. I guess I don't know exactly. There's like little tiny fat particles that like have this. Like for example, if you put chicken broth in a rice cooker, it doesn't taste like chicken. Like you don't make chicken rice with chicken broth in a rice cooker. You know what I mean? Like you put a cup of rice in, you put a cup of chicken broth in, it's not going to taste like chicken broth. It just won't work, right? As far as I understand, right? So I think chicken broth has like a very strong. Chicken broth is like a lot of the flavor comes from like oils or something. There's like really not that much flavor in it, and then the flavors come from oils anyway or something. I don't know. So you'd want like I don't know. I don't really like I said, I don't I personally don't even marinate my tofus. What you want to do is you want to put like a seasoning on the outside of it probably. Would be my guess. And like marinate it in like a seasoning or something, or have like a marinade sauce. But how much salt you should have, I don't know. Because like I said, I'm gonna just cook it in the oven and then toss it in a curry. Toss it in a leek curry. I have like a really good setup I'm planning tonight, where what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cook the curry in the oven. Yeah, well that's the kind of thing that happens, yeah. So like literally, if you want it to have more flavor, I would just not even have it in a chicken broth. Like just have it in salt water.
Sell every last trinket off your corpse.
Like if you actually want it to have, if you want it to be more flavorful, just have it in salt water. Like it's not going to absorb any of that chicken broth, I don't think. Or you need to add salt to the chicken broth, maybe that might work. But like for example, if you're cooking, if you're doing eggplant, you put it in a saltwater broth. Or in a salt water. Because... ow. Who's this guy? Oh, ouch. And you can get pretty okay results with that. The risk you run is it being too salty. It's a very real risk. If you have too much, very real risk that it ends up being too salty. So you gotta be really careful with that. Where is he? Where's the... Isn't there a second one? There's only the one? I don't know. What up, Saint Urbane?
Oh, it's you. Did you cleanse
This is the miracle
world of
trainer.
Another dark god has Umbas.
This is the miracle trainer.
God Umbas.
Umbasa. Yeah, so that's and then but yeah, if you fry it correctly, it should be pretty okay too. Yeah, so honestly, like maybe what you could do is you could take like a barbecue sauce and then just like coat it lightly in a barbecue sauce and have it in like a bag in the fridge. And then add like maybe a little tiny bit more salt, right? So like take a barbecue sauce and chop the tofu up into like cubes or whatever. And then have like a barbecue sauce on the tofu and then add like a little tiny bit more salt to it. And then have that overnight or whatever. And then I think at some point it should propagate inside the and you leave it overnight or whatever, right? And then at some point the spices should be able to kind of permeate the tofu. And then what you do is you then fry that. And then you should end up with something that's pretty decent. But like I said, the thing is that the tofu, there's no salt in the tofu itself, and so you're like it's just water in there, right?
You, hey look, there aren't many. I know. Here.
Yeah, give that a shot. Have some salt on the whatever it's called. Yeah, give that a whirl. I mean, we'll see. The thing is, like I said, I don't marinate my tofu, so it's hard for me to say. But that's a technique. I've tried salted. I've tried adding salt water, and it's really good. And you end up with like a really salty tofu. So if you wanted a dish that relies on tofu, oh shoot, where am I going? That would be how I would handle that. But yeah, usually I just do a pan fry. I don't do any salt, nothing like that, just a pan fry. But then the salt the dish I have is really, is really flavorful, right? So I have like a really flavorful sauce, and then the tofu sits in a really flavorful sauce. And then it's kind of just like whatever, And then I don't have to really think about it too much. One thing I used to do that was really good. What you do is you take tofu and you thin it and you slice it thin, and then you fry that in the pan until it's crispy on both sides, right? And then what you do is you put that on some sandwich bread, and you add some ketchup, some mustard, and some like vegan mayonnaise, and then some salt. You sprinkle on some salt, some pepper, some ketchup, some vegan mayonnaise, and then it's like a sandwich. And that was really good. I enjoyed that. That was really incredible. Because it's just like a little bit of crispy something. But if I did that again, I'd probably do a saltier marinade. I don't know. Because this is like a Western style kind of thing. a lot of Asian marinades. Like when I was watching stuff about how to do Asian marinades for beef, the Asian marinades are like soy sauce and black pepper for like a beef, but you have with a special agent that helps break down the meat. So you have like a really basic. You have like baking powder or baking soda or something, and you have that with soy sauce and salt and black pepper. But the purpose of that is to break down tough meat, right? So you have like a really tough meat, and then you break that down with the soy sauce, right? And then the basic compound. Why am I stuck? Okay. The basic compound breaks down the meat, right? I guess, right? So that's like a different thing. That's not even really a marinade, you know what I mean? Like that's not, when we think of marinade, that's not what we think of. We think of like something very different than that, right? That has like a very different, you don't need to add a basic component to a tofu to break it down, right? Like that doesn't make any sense. So, where am I going? So that's like one crucial like component, I guess. Is this door open? I cannot remember where to go from here. This area's always been a pain. I know it is dark here for sure. Oh wait, no, we hit with this switch. Yeah, behind the Reaper, and that should open up the door. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we need to go back and buy more grass though. We're gonna need more grass for this next step. Let me think. Yeah, this is an entire thing you're gonna have to experiment on. This is like an entire topic that you're gonna have to do experimentation on. I know that it can be done. I've seen it, but this is like this is not an Asian thing. You know, so like when I think of tofu, I think of Asia. I think of like Asian style cooking, Asian style curries and sauces, Asian style this, Asian style that, right? Marinating is not an Asian style thing. This is not something that Asia does, I guess. Right? So whatever we're talking about here is like outside of the realm of what I know how to do with cooking. Because everything I cook is like Asian style. I have like a very small number of dishes that aren't Asian style. It's like shepherd's pie. Like I have a shepherd's pie with vegan ground beef. And that's like it. That's like the Western style dish that I have. Other than maybe like a noodle dish or something, right? Other than like fried mushrooms with like olive oil noodles. You know, fried mushrooms with like tomato and olive oil noodles, right? Oh. That's like the other dish that I have. So I guess we just kill Dragon God now.
Hold on, be sure not to get.
That's the soul farm. You kill that Reaper and you get infinite souls from him. That's like the weird thing about that is there's a Reaper there and you kill him and you get like a ton of free souls. But we'll move it along. That's the problem, is a lot of Western style sauces, you can't really use them for Asian style cooking. It just doesn't work right. Like I wouldn't ever put a barbecue sauce. Like, you know, when you think about barbecue and you have like a rack of ribs or whatever, and like you have like a really thin coating of barbecue sauce on a rack of ribs, you know, and you have like a little bit of a sauce on a piece of meat, right? It's like, it's not, I don't think that's how, it's just not the same. Like the Asian style cooking that I've learned on YouTube is just not the same. So exactly how you do that, let me think here, wait. I mean, one thing you could do is you could try to like, you could just like put some mayonnaise on it or something, I don't know. Does anyone know how to, I don't know how to do that. Because isn't there like a mayonnaise chicken dish? Hold on, let me look something up here. You could try like a mayonnaise chicken. Yeah, you could try like a mayonnaise parmesan chicken type deal with it. So what you do is you take a chicken, right? So I guess in this case you take tofu and you'd slice it thin. You get some salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. You do get some mayonnaise. And then you get maybe some cheese too if you want it or whatever. And then you take it and you... Where is it? Where's the instructions? Come on. Instructions. Okay, so you have like an oven at 400. And then you take the onion powder, the garlic powder, and the salt, and you mix it. And then you season the chicken breast, or I guess in this case, yes, okay, so you take a mixture of salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, you mix them together. You give each side of the tofu a good mix, a good sprinkle of that, right? So it sticks. You want it to stick to the tofu, right? So you may want to like squeeze your tofu just a little tiny bit. And then you kind of like put it on there, and then you might be able to have that in the fridge, kind of like sitting on there for a little bit or something, just to help it kind of seep in. And then you put it in a baking dish in an even layer. I might try this tonight, actually. And then you have your mayonnaise mix. Wait a minute. And then you smear on your mayonnaise mix. And then you bake it for like 20 to 30 minutes. Does that make sense? So I think that so I might try this. This is actually pretty swag. I like this recipe. So I'm gonna take some tofu, slice it kind of thin, slice it thinnish, toss it in a pan with the salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder mix on each side, and then have a mayonnaise. And then dip it in mayonnaise and cook it for have a really light spread of mayonnaise on there. Yeah, so maybe you make like a mayonnaise breadcrumb mix. What I do. So you'd have like a mayonnaise almond flour mix or something, and just kind of give it a light coating, and then cook that in the oven, kind of thing. I don't know. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you get the idea. Yeah, that's the kind of thing you'd probably have to do. And if you really wanted to, you could soak it in salt beforehand, but that's probably not really the way to do it. Probably the thing about tofu is there's a lot of moisture coming off of it. I already have it. Oh, it's the Murden Hammer. This is like the best weapon in the game, the Murden Hammer. So, and like the tofu is never going to be like... There's a lot of water in the tofu, so you'd probably want to have the spice mixture soak into it beforehand, right? Does that make, so you'd want to like take the tofu and like coat it and like squeeze it out a little bit, and then coat both sides with the mixture, and then kind of let it sit in the fridge for a little bit to like really get in there or something. And this is the thing about the water, the salt brine. I already have the Dragon Bone Smasher. I just don't have it on hand. I'm actually going to use it for the next boss. And this is why the salt bath is really crucial, though. But you have to, like I said, you have to be very careful with the salt bath, because it could very easily make it far too salty. So you can't have it soaking. If you have a ton of salt in there, you have to take it out really fast from the salt water. But the irony is that a saltwater bath will literally dry it out. Right? You think, oh, it's water. You're right. It's literally soaking in water, right? That'll make it wetter. No, the tofu is the tofu is full of so much water that when you soak it in salt water, it will ironically get drier. Okay, so one thing you could do is you could try. So one thing you could try is try soaking in salt water, and then pull it out, and then have the pepper, garlic powder, onion powder mix, and then sprinkle it on both sides so that it sticks, and then try your mayo, your mayo cheese / breadcrumb dip, something like that. Oh shoot!
You have a...
It'll overburden me. Hold up, I gotta drop stuff off. 1 second. We're gonna kill Dragon God. What are you talking about? The halberd? Oh, now the Dragon Murden Hammer is so much better than those weapons. Well, a halberd is pretty good in Dark Souls 1. But Murden Hammer is like special because it's like the best item in this game, essentially. I wouldn't call it like the well, maybe that's a stretch, but it's pretty good. It's pretty darn good as far as weapons go. You get a nice long range on it. It does strike damage, so it like damages skeletons and other annoying enemies. It just has a long reach. It's just a generically good weapon in this game. There's like kind of no reason not to use this weapon, the Myrden Hammer. Okay, we're gonna go kill. We're gonna go kill. What's his face? Dragon God. We actually need the Dragon Bone Smasher for that. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is you'll get infinitely more value. I guarantee you that a little bit of onion powder and garlic powder and salt will give you infinitely more value than any amount of chicken broth. Is what I can say for sure. You know, just do yourself a favor and coat those things in freaking mayonnaise instead. Like have soak them in salt water and then just dunk them in mayonnaise and you'll get better results probably than any amount of chicken broth. If you want chicken flavor, you need like a bouillon powder. That would probably be really busted too. Is like to have like a little mixture of or take like a salty bouillon powder or a mixture of salt and bouillon powder, and then use that instead of salt on your tofu. And you'd probably get infinitely better results. The trick here is to get the season. Like I said, you're gonna have to do your own experimentation here though, because you're gonna want whatever you put on it to permeate inside the tofu, right? It's a big network. It's a big like sponge with a ton of water in it, right? And you need to figure out how to use the chemistry of salt to get the flavoring inside of that sponge, right? Does that make sense? There's a way to do it. I guarantee you there's a way to do it. But it's not something that I've done because it's not done in Asia. That's not an Asian thing that people do in Asia, right? In Asia, you just have like I said, you have a really flavorful sauce outside of it. And that's good enough. You don't really need the tofu to be all that tasty because you have an insanely flavorful sauce with maybe some vegetables or other meats in the dish as well, right? And you just use like a cornstarch to get it to stick on. And so the tofu is exactly how flavorful the tofu is essentially doesn't matter at all. But yeah, I mean this will be fun, and I should honestly probably do some experimentations with this myself. To be honest with you, maybe what I'll do is I'll do like like I said, I tried the pan fry stuff, and then you just put some seasoning on it, and then you put it in put some mayo on it, and then you put it in a frickin' bun or whatever, you know. And you just frickin', you know. I think how vegan hot dogs are made is they take like a tofu, or they probably don't even use a tofu, but they kind of like take like a tofu maybe as like a base, and they like squeeze the water out of it and mix it with hot dog spices or sausage spices, and then that's like, yeah, so they basically do the work of that kind of thing. But you like, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I would take like a really flavorful chicken recipe with like a bunch of spices on it, and I would just do that. This is really interesting though. I wish there was some way I could like test kitchen this right now. Really interesting. This is like the kind of thing that I'm like all about. Oh shoot. Ow. Boss is just the worst. See, this is why we need the soul farm. So we can sit there and so we can eat like 15 grasses while we do this boss. Stab. Here goes Dragon Phase 1. Making myself hungry. Yeah, so like I said, the curry I'm gonna make tonight, I'm literally only gonna like lightly fry the tofu, right? Oh, I'm human. Oh shoot, I'm human. Oh god, I'm human. Oh, I guess I don't need the world tendency anymore. Oh god, I'm human. That's a problem. I'm human. I'm stupid effing human. Oh god. So like for example, or wait, what was I saying? There we go. Chunk of clear stone. Awesome, don't need it. Okay. Yeah, I would try the sandwich thing. I'd take the tofu, like I said, and I would do the sandwich recipe that I had. And then you just put a light dusting of onion powder and garlic powder and salt on it, pepper too if you want, and then you put it between, and then you have that between two sandwich breads with some like tomato and some mayonnaise and mustard, right? Take like a slice of tomato. That's what, yeah, and that's if you really want tofu to shine the way you're cooking. I would just do that, yeah. Because that sandwich was pretty good. Oh fudge. Those sandwiches are pretty good. I can't eat bread anymore because of my gluten intolerance, but if I could, that's the kind of thing I would do. And honestly, as an easy like cop out weekday meal, what I would do is I'd as like a super easy like cop out weekday meal. I'd make like a mayo dip. So I'd have the garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, salt on the tofu. I'd bake that, right? And then while that's going on, I'd do like a crappy like, and then maybe while that's baking, I do like a vegetable too. I do like some Brussels sprouts or some carrots or some, you know, just like your typical meme oven vegetable, you know, I'd maybe do an Asian style saute vegetable. Like I'd blanch some broccoli, and then I'd put it in a pan with some fried garlic. I'd fry up some garlic and then put it in the pan with the garlic, and then I'd have some cornstarch and salt to kind of thicken it and move it together. And then I'd serve that, and then I'd take the mayonnaise sauce or the barbecue sauce or whatever, and I'd just drizzle it over the tofu as like a, and you'd probably need some mashed potatoes to go with it too, some rice or mashed potatoes, right? And so that's up to you how you want to handle that. But yeah, so so my setup is I have an oven pan, I have a stove pan, and I have a pot, right? So I'd have the potatoes boiling on the pot, and then while that's going on, I'd have the pan with some just like dumb vegetable in it, like a broccoli or something, and I'd be boiling the broccoli. I blanch the broccoli real good in some. So I get the pan boiling, and then I toss in the broccoli. And while this is going, so first things first, chop your potatoes, get the pot boiling, and then get both a pot and a pan boiling. So preheat the oven to like 450 or whatever. Get a pot and a pan boiling. Chop the potatoes and toss them in the boiling pot. Chop the broccoli and toss it in the boiling pan. The potatoes should go for like 10 to 20 minutes until they're like really soft. The broccoli should go for like, you know, and then you can have like a lid over the broccoli pot, over the broccoli pan to give them a good steam, and that should only be steaming or boiling for like a minute or two. And then you dump out the water, you shock them with cold water, and then you use that same pan to fry up the garlic. So you have like you chop up a bunch of garlic and you fry that in the pan, and then while that's going on, you then toss in the broccoli, add the salt, add the corn, and then you just like stir it around a bunch, and then you add like cornstarch and sugar if you want. That's traditional Chinese. I don't do that, but you can. And then you add the sugar, and then you stir it up real good, and then just give that a quick sear until most of the water kind of cooks, until like some of the water kind of cooks off. But if there's water at the bottom, it's fine. Or you can just add cornstarch, but you want to make sure the garlic and the salt stick to the broccoli is the important thing. And then while all that's going on, you have the tofu in the oven. You take the tofu, beforehand you prep it by maybe having it in either the saltwater brine, either like a really like maybe like a teaspoon of salt, probably not more, or you have the mixture of salt, garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, and you have that kind of drizzled over the whole thing, and you kind of let it rest there for a minute, and then you pop that in the oven for like, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, something like that. Flip it over one time so it's kind of crispy on both sides. I don't know, I think 400 is what the recipe recommends that I'm looking at right here. 400 for the chicken. So I probably wouldn't go over than that because you don't want to burn the spices. And then what you do is you make like a mayonnaise sauce, make like a barbecue mayonnaise sauce or something. I don't know. I'm like an expert at Western cooking. But you take like a mayo-based sauce with like some green, some barbecue sauce or whatever, some, Cajun, I don't know, right? You just have like a mayonnaise sauce of some kind, a mayonnaise-based sauce of some kind, and then you just kind of serve it drizzled over the tofu or dip it in the tofu, right? And then you have the vegetable on the side, and then you mash the potatoes, add some butter or vegan butter, margarine, whatever, some salt, and then you serve the mashed potatoes, and then you have the mayonnaise sauce on the side, so you can dip the vegetables and the tofu in the mayonnaise sauce. Or I guess you serve it drizzled over. Does that make sense? Like that would be like a really, really simple. The joke is that's way more complicated than an Asian style meal. That's way more complicated than a Chinese style cooking dish, if that makes sense. That's like 100 times more complicated than like a pad thai or something. You know what I mean? Like you could do the same thing with a pad thai. Okay, and so what that looks like is you just cook some rice in the rice cooker. Okay, don't got to do anything to that, right? And then while that's going on, you chop some onions and garlic. Okay, or you can chop green onions. That works too. You can do green garlic if you can find it. You can do leek. It barely matters. Okay, as long as you cook it right. And then what you do is you fry the onions in a pan for a minute. Until they kind of soften up a bit, and then you toss in your garlic and you fry that until it kind of browns. And then you toss in 2 tablespoons of 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, a tablespoon of soy sauce, a tablespoon of dark Chinese vinegar or balsamic, it doesn't really matter, and then like a tablespoon of some like chili sauce, like a gochujang or a sambal oelek. It literally just doesn't matter. It just adds a little bit of spice. You got to make sure it's the right amount though, because some Asian chili sauces are more spicy, some are less spicy, right? And you just mix that in the pan real good. Add some water to it. You're definitely going to need some water on that. And then you toss in some tofu you've either fried or baked beforehand, or a vegetable that you've cooked beforehand. Doesn't matter. And you've like blanched, like a broccoli you've blanched or cooked in the oven or something, or the air fryer. Doesn't matter. Toss that in the pad thai sauce. Mix it up real good, kind of let the water boil off of it, and then thicken it with a little bit of cornstarch and serve that over rice or noodles. It doesn't matter, right? So you see where I'm saying where like this Western style meal is like more complex than an Asian style meal that's roughly the same in a lot of ways. But in this case, we're using a peanut sauce. I mean, and you could take the first recipe and have a peanut sauce on that too. Have like kind of like have some kind of like loose peanut sauce. I don't know, and really that would probably be just a little bit of like, vinegar and chili sauce and peanut butter and water. Like, I don't know how else they would do it at these Asian restaurants. As like a broad, yeah, something like that. So that's how you'd make tofu work. And then you take your vitamin, every day, because you're eating tofu all the time. Take your freaking multivitamin. Maybe have a little bit of protein powder, not much. I have protein powder every now and again, but it's like a little tiny amount. I don't like eating protein. I don't like protein powder all the time. But a little bit here and there won't kill you, I think. And then just take your vitamin every day. I think honestly, even if you're eating meat, you're probably still not getting. There might be some minor inefficiency or insufficiencies in the diet of most people. So even if you're eating meat all the time, I think a vitamin isn't the worst idea in the world, at least occasionally. But yeah, for me, this all makes sense because I just have a vitamin every day, and then I don't have to think about it. I can just eat what tastes good to me. It's no big deal. So we're gonna check to see if I can go to 2-1. That sounds like a really good idea. I might actually do that in the future. Like a mashed potato, vegetable, tofu, kind of mixed with the sauce on the side. That sounds really good, actually. We need to level up a bunch. Let's do that. Level up. We need to...
Thank good. I was.
Deposit. Where are we going? We don't need this. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that for now. We don't need that. What do we do? What do we need? We need to check. Oh wait, we don't need Master's Ring either. We need... We need purple shield. Or which, the Lucerne? I don't like the Lucerne. I think it's okay. It's a fine weapon, but it's not the same as a strike weapon. If you're playing Dark Souls 1, I much prefer Great Club or something. The problem is there's no real equivalent to the Great Club in Demon Souls. There is a Great Club, but it's a very different kind of weapon that has like a very different kind of purpose. As far as I understand it. Okay. No, it's still not enough. It's still not enough. I still need more vigor. You, and this is with Ring of Herculean or Ring of Great Strength too. What's my equip load? 38 out of 73. So 35. Oh, we're almost there. We're like 1 away, I think. That's what I thought. Okay, so we need like, let's just eat something. Let's just eat this dumb thing. Okay, that's like nothing. That was like nothing. Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot more. I'm not gonna use that soul for something, so. Soul of the Lost, withdrawn from its vessel. How is that not enough? How is that not enough? How is that not enough to have this setup? This setup. I want to speak to your manager, Lady in Black. God, you're so hot. I'm actually kind of into the Maiden in Black. She's kind of busted. She's kind of a baddie. She's kind of straight up busting it down. Like, look at, like, oh my, like, that's such a slay. Like, look at this dress. Look at that dress and the little gold chain around it. And the frickin', you know, like, this is just such a frickin' slay. This is such a slay. And it's, like, not even, it's not over the shoulder, but it's, like, a little bit over the shoulder. And the cloak. Such a frickin' slay. This is such a frickin' slay. And she's got, like, a choker on, too. She's got a necklace and a choker. That's serving. This is a frickin' serve. This is, like, Halloween party special. The shoes, the lack of shoes I don't vibe with at all. I think that's like such a meme. Like, so you need like a pair of sandals on this of some kind. You need some kind of like meme sandals. Maybe some like little princess shoes or something, you know, one of those like really minimalist shoes that you see, you know, where it's like really just like kind of like a piece of cloth. Okay, cool. We're fast rolling now. Where are we going? Hold up, we're gonna try to get a Greystone chunk real fast. This is like bothering me. I guess I just go to old. We'll try one time, and then we'll just go to Old Hero if I don't get it. I guess I don't really need a +5 here. Like, I actually don't need a +5 weapon, but it's gonna make man-eaters easier. Like, I could use this bow for man-eaters, but I kind of don't want to. I'd rather use... Like, man-eaters are a really big pain. Plus, it'll help Old Monk, too. Like, I don't need it, but it's, like, nice. It's like 2 bosses I have to deal with here. Yeah, so, like I said, for dinner tonight, I'm gonna have a leek. I'm gonna have a green curry. Oh, there it is. Okay, I got my chunk. I'm gonna have a green curry, right? So I'm gonna take some... Okay, we're done. That's all we needed. So I'm gonna have a green curry tonight, right? Or what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a... I bought some yellow curry paste at the grocery store, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop up a leek really fine, and wash it really good, and then I'm gonna toss that in a pan and let that kind of stew down for a while on kind of a lowish heat, and let that kind of break down, and then I'm gonna put some oil in, and then I'm gonna well, put some oil in first, and then I'm gonna fry up some garlic, some chopped up garlic, right? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bake some tofu, or before any of this happens, I'm gonna bake the tofu in the oven. Okay, and then I'm going to and then I'm gonna toss in the yellow curry paste, a little bit of red chili powder, a little bit of red chili paste, a little bit of red chili sauce, the yellow curry powder, or the yellow curry paste. And you want the stuff, you want the good stuff, you want the good, like, real, like, Asian stuff with, like, lemongrass in it and stuff. I wouldn't do, like, a regular curry powder, it's just not the same. You can make an okay curry with a curry powder, but it's just not the same. You need, like, a real, legit Asian curry paste. And I put in the yellow curry paste and the chili sauce, and then a bit of a vegan fish sauce. And then I'm going to toss in the tofu that I baked in the oven. And then I'm going to, and then some, coconut cream. Some sugar-free coconut cream, and then I'm gonna add some salt to that, and a little bit of black pepper, not much. And then that's gonna be, we need to go to the, what's his face? And then that's gonna, and then I'll just let that kind of simmer down till the water is mostly out of it, and then I'm gonna toss in some cornstarch, and serve that over rice that I cooked in a rice cooker. So that's like a really great example of like a setup that I'm gonna do. That's like the kind of thing that I eat for dinner. It's really good. Very, very delicious, very simple. I might try to spice the tofu beforehand a little tiny bit, but I kind of don't want too much flavoring on it because the sauce is going to be so powerful. So yeah, something like that. And that's what I'll have for dinner tonight after this stream ends. I'm gonna make it after stream ends. Okay, cool, we have it. The +5 burden hammer. Oh, look, I earned a master trophy. Master Basher. Look at that, you see that that PlayStation achievement? That PlayStation achievement that I haven't seen one of until now? How freaking hilarious that is? That freaking PlayStation achievement? Okay, where are we going? Where the heck are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Go back to the Nexus. And people have lots of ways of making mashed potatoes. You really can't get mashed potatoes wrong, in my opinion. I understand that for diabetics, mashed potatoes can be an issue, so that's one problem with mashed potatoes. But I think maybe, I don't know, maybe just some sweet potato mash or something. I don't know. You know, for a diabetic, if you have a diabetic in your household, a sweet potato mash maybe it'll probably be fine. Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to consult with somebody else on that. That's not an area that I'm an expert on. But you get the principle. The principle should still carry over. There should be a way to make that functional. Okay, we need turpentine.
Hello again.
We need turpentine. We killed Dragon God. We need to check to see if I can go to 1-3. I want to see if I can go to 1-3.
You have it.
What's my quick load? My item burden. Let's just move forward. Oh wait, no. We already did this one. We're gonna go to we're gonna see if I can kill Penetrator. No, I think we need to kill 2. So we need to kill either Old Monk or something like that. Or wait, no? Oh, we only need to kill one other Lord, huh? Is that the deal? Wow, that's crazy. They just let you do anything in this game. These are like the last 2 bosses. We can go to them if we want to. Trying to think if there's a reason not to go this way. Maybe I'll just go this way later, just cause. I can put on Swamp of Sorrows to last. Look at how what is going on with this guy? What a character! What a card, huh? What a freaking character! Can you believe that? Hold on, we'll come back. I'll probably do this area last. Honestly, there's really no reason to do this first. Like 100 degrees, something call me Mr. Fahrenheit. Supersonic, something. Hold up, let's try something. I want to try something real fast here. I want to take a look-see at something. I want to take a little look-see. I want to do a little bit of testing. A little bit of testing here. We want to test one thing. I want to see what my fast options look like. Because Mace we could buy. Like, ultimately, I think Morningstar and Mace are roughly the same. So I'm not going to worry about that. Do I have a longsword? I do. Let's give this a shot.
You have.
Let's give this a shot. See how I like the moveset. Let's see how I like the moveset of this. Let's see if I get some really crazy results out of this and I find it to be insufferably awesome. It's kind of dinky for what you get. It's uh-oh. Dude, that just wrecks. Okay, never mind. This weapon's freaking bonkers. This is so swag, actually. Never mind. What am I saying? This weapon is freaking amazing. This is some swag-ass weapon. Oh, that's so good, actually. It's so good is the good thing. Just doesn't break guard. Look at that. That's so cool. I'm gonna Meltstone it. How do you get one of these? Where do you get one of these from, actually? That's so cool. We'll try the other thing. Do I have a copy of Meltstone? Hold up. Let's see where I get one. Long sword, Demon's Souls. Okay. Where do I get one of these? The straight sword and Demon's Souls. Draggling Merchant. Okay. Ah, he moved. What a pain. What a freaking pain. Do I have a Meltstone, actually? Because I don't really need the fire variant of it. That doesn't really matter to me right now. I don't really need the fire variant of it. So if I have a Meltstone, I'll just do that. But first we need to test out the Morningstar. Because it should be roughly the same as the Mace. I just think that the Morningstar probably isn't as good. I don't know. Do I have... Hold up. Buddy, do I have some Meltstone? Chunk of pure Dragonstone. Where do I get Meltstone? Let's try this.
Yeah.
I guess I could find the Draggling Merchant. Problem is he moved. He's moved into 3-1 now, so I guess maybe that's a good excuse to keep going. That's like a really, really, really good excuse to keep going, actually. No, this sword is actually really broken. Cool. I'm actually into it conceptually. Maybe we'll try it. We'll mess around with it for a bit. Huh. There's the bleed. So I think it's because it's dragon is why it's so much stronger. So we're getting 91 versus 75. So I think if I Greystone infuse this, it would be really good. Whoa. Actually, I need some grass. Okay. Yeah, so I think I need to Greystone infuse that for it to be good. But like by comparison, so like how much scaling am I getting out of this weapon? Like a huge amount. Like this thing is absolutely freaking bonkers. Okay, so I need to Greystone infuse a mace. I want that to be good. Yeah, there you go. Pure physical too, so I can buff it. Yep. There you go. Hold up, where do I get a claymore? I think longsword is probably on the docket for me, but I need to find Dregling Merchant first. Where's claymore? So we'll try mace too, I guess. Where is claymore? Claymore, Demon's Souls. I think it doesn't have a very good moveset though. Oh, Dregling Merchant, okay. So I need to get some souls first before I do anything else. And then we'll go talk to Dregling Merchant. I think I'm not even going to bother with mace. We'll mess around though with some of these weapons. I think these weapons are fine when crushing infused. Definitely. I need to die. I need to die, and then I need to go get the thing. I need to die, go get the Reaper, go kill the Reaper, and then find Dregling Merchant, buy a longsword and a claymore, and then look at their stat profile, and then possibly upgrade them too if I can. Yeah, there's a cooking channel called oh fudge. Well, that's fine actually. I wanted that to happen. That's perfectly fine. That was what I was waiting for. That's what I wanted actually. That was according to plan. And I mean that actually. In this case, I wanted to be in soul form so I could move on to doing the next thing I'm doing. Okay. So we need claymore. We need a claymore. I think mace is fine. I think Morningstar is just fine. I don't need to really overthink it or whatever. So we're gonna just ignore that, and we're gonna get Greystone to like +2 or +3 or whatever, because we have enough Greystone shards to do like a ton of weapons here. We can't go to +5 with all of our weapons, but we don't need to either. So what am I doing? Oh yeah, we need to go to 4-2. 4-2. Kill the Grim Reaper. 4-2, kill the Grim Reaper, go to the Dregling Merchant, buy a claymore and a longsword. And then... What up, homeboys? What up, squad? Ow! And they all die, and I get a billion souls for doing nothing. I do nothing, and I get a billion souls. And then we just walk back up to the frickin' top of the ladder, or the top of the area. Yeah, so the soul farm. I don't know why this is in the game. I don't understand why you can just farm souls in this game. Why you're supposed to farm souls in this game. I don't understand that. It's very strange, very bizarre. just completely weird. Makes no sense to me. But there's life for you, you know? When does anything ever make sense? Ever. For any reason. I don't know. Go figure. You know, it's crazy, you know, things just sometimes don't make sense. Like, it's like, where's Caitlyn? You know, where's Caitlyn? I don't know. I don't know where Caitlyn is. I think she's in New York. No, I was a real lousy. When I was 18, I was not very smart. Okay, anyway. We go Morningstar. And now we go Tunnel City. Or no, we go, yeah, Stonefang Tunnel. We upgrade this to +3. And then we get this. And then we try it out. And we're going to Greystone this. Just to give it a quick... I could get a mace, but forget that. It's not enough different from a Morningstar to justify. The problem is the bleed is kind of useless. It's like a PvP thing, I guess. I don't know. But we don't need it. We don't really need the mace. This is good enough. We can test this. And then we'll find Dregling Merchant, buy the Longsword and the Claymore. Test those out. Look at their movesets. And that's the science for you. That's how the science happens.
If it be a...
If it be a blacksmith. Okay, so I have no Meltstone. Yeah. So we're gonna go. Oh, I can. Oh wait, really? You can. I can crushing it right now. Oh, okay, okay. Never mind. Whatever. How's it doing on the damage now? Not very good. Okay, maybe I do need to test that out. Maybe I do need to look elsewhere. Because the Murden Hammer is blowing it out of the water. What I'll do... It might be the upgrade path that's slowing it down, that's causing it problems. So maybe what I'll do is I'll test, Oh. So maybe what I'll do is I'll test... I'll look at the sword. I'll look at the longsword and claymore, and we'll take a look. We'll see how that stacks up, because it could be the Morningstar itself. I could be paying a pretty extreme premium for. I could be paying like a very extreme premium for the bleed damage, which would be a bad thing, right? So I want to clarify whether or not the mace is good or not, relative to. So we'll get a mace to +2 at some point. We'll compare and contrast. But right now we're gonna try longsword. We're gonna see what longsword can do. Obviously, the flexibility offered by the Murden Hammer is really nice, but as the game goes on, it gets less good. There'll become more scenarios where enemies will cause problems for me. Okay. So what's going on with this guy? What's this guy's story? What's this guy's story? Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. Oh. Rah. This is the squad. They got the whole squad rolling up on me. They think their numbers will save them from a devastatingly brilliant knight who's so good looking, such as myself. They think for even a second that they have a chance against this brute beast. It's almost tragic. This machine of devastation. I'll just go for it. This guy's armed to the teeth. Oh, uh-oh. This character has it all going for him. Come on. I got the armor on. I got the oh wow. Wow, that guy really chunked me good. So, never mind. These guys apparently do have the technology to defeat me. Go figure. Oh, a ninja? Ex-ninja. Was a ninja. That was a ninja. That was a ninja. I want to do a Xavier's voice, but I don't actually want to do a Xavier voice. That was a ninja. I like how his voice gets... I don't know if anyone's ever seen Xavier before, but as the series goes on, his voice gets progressively more deranged. He goes from being like an amusing character to just being completely insane and deranged. And he gets like progressively more deranged as the series goes on. It's like really hilarious. If you've never seen Xavier, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad show actually. Pretty crappy. Very infamously crappy. Like really real dumb. But I guess it's sort of almost art of some kind. As far as these things go. It's not Smiling Friends. Smiling Friends is actually pretty good. It's not Rick and Morty, and it's also not Smiling Friends. And you know, that's a good Adult Swim show. Rick and Morty's real funny. Smiling Friends is real funny. Yeah, Xavier not so much. It's kind of more of the old school. It's sort of like Aqua Teen Hunger Force in its way. Doesn't really have that je ne sais quoi as far as these things go. You know, Smiling Friends is really fun, right? Everyone loves Smiling Friends. Everyone's like Pim and what's his Charlie, right? Pim and Charlie are the two characters. Ow. Pim and Charlie. That's class for you. Okay, I just one-shot these guys with this thing. This thing is freaking amazing. Take that. Okay, cool. We should be able to get our... Oh, there's Red Eye Knight. Oh, God. He's gonna eat my bones. Out of my way, son. Yeah, there you go. Haha. Yeah, Red Eye Knight that. Dude had no chance against this human machine. Look at that! I just wrecked him. I just killed him 2 times over. Yeah, and you can add a little bit of garlic powder to your mashed potatoes too. I wouldn't overdo it with garlic powder on everything, but honestly, the flavor of potatoes is so profound that you really don't need that much. Just like a little bit of butter. A lot of people like milk on them. I think that's fine. I'm not like insane for milk on my mashed potatoes, but that's an option for sure. Night Sword is 20,000 gold, huh? 20,000 gold for this thing, huh? Yeah, what's the scaling on this son of a gun? 80 plus 30. 105 plus 17. Whoa. This thing's just right out, honestly. I don't think this is the weapon for me. I guess we can keep going for a bit though here. We'll come back to this. We'll come back to this examination. Great sword. Oh, okay, here we go. There's something. That's what I was looking for. We'll give that a shot. Full moon grass. Oh wow, I like that. Like flips out. Just brutal. This game's playing itself. I'm on easy mode. We're doing all the work. Crushing it. This is the only downside to Magic. It's like, this is actually not that bad. Well, you gotta get this set up. You need to kill Flame Lurker and stuff, but once you have this in place, it's kind of just as good as like anything else. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really durable. I have a bunch of armor. I don't need attunement slots or spells or anything like that. I did have to kill the Flame Lurker early to make this happen, which is the problem with it, right? So, uh-oh, this guy's gonna freaking kill me. There we go. Never mind. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. I did have to kill the Flame Lurker early to make this happen, but once I got that all covered, it's pretty much, like, done for. I need to get the Night Sword. So actually, I should probably reset here and go get the Night Sword. So I can take a look at what that does for me. Alright, I guess I can open up the gate while I'm here. I'll just open up the gate, and then I'll circle back, get the points for the Night Sword, get enough for the Night Sword, and then I'll do a compare and contrast. The problem is you won't be able to afford a Night Sword when you're in the high wall, or when you're in the first area, right? So you'd basically have to do Longsword from the rip. But I think I'll do both. I think Night Sword is crushing too. But my understanding is that in this game, some weapons are just better than others. So a Night Sword is probably just strictly better than a Long Sword. Maybe. Right? Maybe. Okay. What's this way? Oh, more goons. More hopelessly outmatched goons. For my Goku-esque power level. Once you have it online, it's pretty busted. we got our purple flame shield too, so we have our late game shield ready. We need that. That's how we're gonna stop the dragon from killing us instantly. There's another fat official. Let's try. Oh, it's just ridiculous.
Soulstar soldiers are after me. In the name of all that is sacred, please open this gate. Oh Lord.
Yeah, I want to open this gate. Ostrava. Keeping him alive is actually a big deal. It's pretty easy to do.
Thank you for rescuing me.
He brought like a whole horde of homeboys straight on my head. Oh yeah. 2 Red Eye Knights at once. Just clapping them. Okay, well hopefully Ostrava can take care of himself, because I'm nipping off. We're nipping off and we're coming back and we're doing it again. Actually, so I can get the Night Sword. And then we're gonna do a compare and contrast. See how the Night Sword stacks up against the Longsword. To see whether or not that's a late game option. for these weapons. And then at some point I need to look at clear demon souls, or colorless demon soul items, but not today. I think Dragon Bone Smasher is like the only fun one. The problem is Dragon Bone Smasher sucks. It's bad. It's like actually really unbelievably terrible. Because it's just insanely heavy. In a game where that does nothing for you. Like, I don't gain any value by having the Dragon Bone Smasher. It, like, yeah, does it do good damage? Sure. Does it give me extra defenses? Yes. But, like, I can't have armor on while I have it, so what does it do? My character would have to be absurdly high level to get any kind of value out of it. I'm never going to fast roll with that thing on. Or unless I take off all my armor, and armor is actually really good in this game. Like, if I didn't have this much armor, it'd be a lot easier to kill me. Which is bad. As you can well imagine. As you can well imagine. Okay, so... Hello? Swag? Hmm. Okay. Fleet Moon Grass. Wait, oh, there's the ninja. Looks familiar, doesn't he? It's almost like we've seen ninjas before in some of these games. This is not the first one. Or wait, this is the first one, because this is the first Souls game. Can you believe that? Unbelievable, right? Oh, don't worry, Lois, I'm adjusting now, or whatever he says. Oh. I don't know. I probably shouldn't do Family Guy, to be honest with you. Just because not everyone's seen the episodes, and also it's not that funny. Is another problem to it. I don't know. It's what I got. I can do whatever his name is. I can do stupid. I can do Arnold Schwarzenegger. Get into Chopper. The Murden Hammer. You would need to be as strong as me to use the Dragon Bone Crusher. Ah! Use the lava bow. It's unfair to the enemies. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Just no chance these guys have of stopping me. They call me Mr. Fahrenheit. Oh. Can't stop me now. Okay, and then we have enough. We have barely enough too. So we're gonna take a look-see. We're gonna take a little look-a-rooney at this. Oh, well, once this guy dies. Once that gnat is swatted. And his corpse decorates the hallway. Once that... I'm like Superman, and these are gnats.
Hello.
Okay. I got Infinite Estus. I got everything. Night Sword.
Thank.
Okay, let's see what this does. Okay. Night Sword. 8. So it weighs 8. That's really weird. Why does it weigh 8? It's really heavy. For some reason. So it's like a New Game Plus option. What's the stats spread on it, though? 85 plus 14. The straight sword used by military knights is proof of the knight's commission. Forged of stone fangs, hard iron is heavier than standard straight sword and has higher attack power. Okay. Wait. 80 plus 13. 85 plus 14. It's like a minor upgrade. And weighs like 5 more. I guess maybe it has a longer range? Interesting. Okay, now we go back and we test it. Now we go back and we give it a test. I'm really interested in this. It's like really absurdly heavy. For some reason. For some reason that other longsword is like ridiculously heavy. Where am I? Wait a minute. Is this right? Can I leave this way? Uh-oh. Yes, I think. No, this is the way forward. Wait. Wait a minute. What's the way out then? I don't have one of the items on me either. I don't have an Archstone Shard. I should probably have some of those on me. I should probably farm a bunch of those. But I haven't. Okay, we're almost there anyway. It's fine. It's fine. Now we just go to tunnel and we kill the Reaper one more time. So I think I'm gonna. I think we'll mess with Night Sword. I think we're not gonna use. We'll mess with crushing the mace later. Or no, we need to compare. Hold up, okay. What do I got on me? Okay, these don't matter. Okay, sure. Oh, sure. Oh, sure. Let's think here. Wait. No, we're all set. Okay, we have the test protocols in place or whatever. The test pieces are ready. It's just up to us to get them tested sufficiently. We have tons of Greystone shards. There's no reason we can't do this. But we need souls. And then we have the oh, what's this? Okay, cool. And then on top of that, we also have the we just need the mace. The mace is the last weapon we're gonna test, I think. Oh, we have the greatsword too, don't we? We have the greatsword too. Yeah, look at this. Oh, this moveset sucks. It's also heavy as all get out. I mean, it's kind of cool. What's the damage on it? 130 plus 30? And how's that ever going to beat out the Murden Hammer? How is that ever going to beat out the Murden Hammer, is my question. Okay. Flag. That's the soul farm. Once again, that's the soul farm. You need souls or you need grasses. Bada bing, bada boom. You got infinite souls, infinite grasses. Because this guy, the guy up here also sell grasses too. But you have to kill Adjudicator, which is actually kind of tough to do. Mostly just getting to him is tough. But once you do kill him, you do get infinite souls. This game is at least good at rewarding you for doing stuff. I'll give it that much. I will provide it with that level of support, or I will give it that. And that's absolutely true. This game is very good at rewarding you for doing stuff. You actually do get pretty decent rewards for what you do. You kill a boss and you probably get something for it, to be honest. It's a pretty good deal, pretty sweet deal. I think there's some bosses where it's not so much that way, right? Particularly, I don't think there's really that much of a boss. There's that much of a point in killing Fool's Idol. I guess you get Sage Frake, right? So the Logan equivalent. The game's equivalent to Big Hat Logan is there. But, you know. It's only as meaningful as it is. Okay. Okay, upgrade. Longsword. Shard of Hardstone. Okay. Night Sword. Shard of Hardstone. Shard of Hardstone. 4. Shard of 6 swords. Okay, that's great. Okay, so we need like a billion Hardstone. I should have known better. I should have known better. I should have known. Oh wait, wrong way. Luckily we only need to get the +3 here. Give me all of your Hardstone, friend. I'm gonna need it for experiments. For Hardstone experiments. Let's pop something. Storied Soldier's Soul. Yeah, let's see what this does for me. Not much. Okay. Well, that's fine. Oh, okay, I can't. I'm overburdened. I'm overburdened. Whatever. Let's just upgrade. Oh. Yeah, so sword, longsword, night sword, claymore, greatsword. In that order. And we'll come back and we'll test mace after the fact. Let's actually look at the moveset for the claymore real fast here. Where is it? Claymore. Claymore. Bada bing, bada boom. Ah, moveset sucks. Boo. Boo. Oh, well, actually, maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I'm just wrong. We need 4, okay. How much, what am I getting out of it here? Huh. Honestly, this is probably pretty solid. God, that attacks so fast. I mean, it weighs like half as much as the Dragonbone Smasher, so probably is good for something. We can Greystone it right afterwards. We chest it versus the mace. Versus the... Actually, speaking of which... I think I was trying to one-hand it and it underwhelmed. Even with Greystone. So I could upgrade it more, but I think it's just a problem with the weapon itself. I think probably Longsword is just better, would be my guess. And the bleed doesn't really do that much in this game. It's not like it is in later games, where it's like actually kind of good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. Okay, upgrade. Longsword +2. Oh, I don't have souls. Boo. I don't have enough souls. I just don't have enough souls. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And what's the administration doing about this? I don't know. Okay, upgrade weapon, longsword. Okay, now hardstone, clearstone, greystone. Okay, we need a bunch of souls for greystone.
Well done.
Okay, so we just pop. Yeah, whatever. Just give me some. There you go. Okay. Upgrade weapon. Crushing. Crushing. Okay, so now we need chunks.
All done?
What is the damage we're getting out of this? 96 plus 44. Oh. 90 plus 41. Huh, interesting. Okay, we'll go back to the bonfire and then we'll get more souls. We'll do a couple loops. Buy enough hardstone to be able to test some more weapons. But I don't think the Morningstar is gonna make it here. I think there's literally no point using a Morningstar over a longsword. I think longsword's probably really broken, actually. Really just disgustingly broken. Compared to just like everything else. I think probably dragon longsword's honestly pretty shattered too.
Hello again. Keep.
Deposit. Well, deposit is Newman Grass, Soldier's Lotus I don't need, Ed's Grindstone can go, Stone of Ephemeral Eyes can go, Secret Daggers, don't need those, Firebomb, don't need those. Okay. Shard of Hardstone can go. Shard of Dark Moonstone can go. Dragon Longsword can go, don't need to test that. Morningstar I think I'm going to bench permanently, those can go. Arrow, heavy, oh we don't need the heavy bolts. Official's Cap can go. That's for a quest. It's like kind of funny, but not really necessary. We'll just hold up, drop off the gas resistance ring. Is Patches here?
Yeah.
He is, okay. I talked to him twice. Where am I going? Oh, we're gonna go kill the guy. The one guy. We're gonna kill the Reaper. We're gonna test this weapon against the Reaper. See how it does. Against the spooky Grim Reaper. It's Halloween. It's Halloween, everyone. It's December 1st, which means it's Halloween. Remember Halloween? Remember when Halloween was the thing? Does anyone else remember Halloween? Remember when Halloween was a thing that happened to us in society? We had Halloween. Now it's almost Crimbus. Oh. It's alright. Does what it's supposed to. It's not better than my Merton Hammer, but I also put like an insane amount of work into my Merton Hammer, so I wouldn't expect it to do better. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There you go. This is the problem with Sharpstone, Hardstone, and Sharpstone. Is, like, for the early part of the run I used a spear, and there's literally no reason to use a longsword. Okay? And the reason why is fairly simple. Okay? If I had used a longsword, it would have taken more Hardstone. Now, right now, I can farm souls infinitely, but at the beginning of the run, I don't want to have to sit there and look for more hardstone. I want to be able to spend every last hardstone I have on my bow and arrow, right? Because I need my bow and arrow to +7 to kill Flame Lurker. And the game is going to give me a bunch of sharpstone anyway, right? There's going to be a bunch of mobs that are going to just drop sharpstone. So there's no point in using a longsword at all. It's like a dud weapon that doesn't really do anything. Basically, like, it's okay. Like, the reason to use a longsword is to use a dragon infused longsword, because the game gives you a dragon infused longsword. That's kind of inherently the issue with these weapons I'm looking at, to the point where it becomes a question as to why I'm even looking at these weapons. Well, the reason why is because I have a billion Greystone, because I can farm souls and I have a billion Greystone. So, you know, there's kind of no point not looking at these weapons, but these weapons also run the risk of just not being any good at all. Speaking of which, actually, let's do a quick look-see before I go any farther here. Because I'm pretty sure I've just debunked these weapons pretty categorically. This is not a game where... Okay, so we got straight swords, blue blood sword, we'll talk about that later, broadsword, broken sword, long sword, knight sword, crisp blade, we'll talk about that one later. Penetrating sword, what's the deal with this one? This one looks kind of interesting. Rune sword. That's something different. Short sword, okay, that's not a thing. Oh, okay. Found an inner ward after finding Red Knight patrolling the area. So this is... We have to kill Penetrator for this, I think. Oh, and it's a colorless demon sword soul, too. We'll look at it. We'll look at this. Oh, it's a dex. It's a dex weapon. Never mind. It just has a weirdly high strength requirement for some reason. Okay, so we're not going to do that. That's not on the table. It's a dex weapon. So I guess longsword's our best option here. We can look at large swords. So, Bastard Sword, Claymore, Demon Brant, that doesn't count. Flamberge's Dex, Norn Regalia doesn't count. Maureen Blade doesn't count. Soulbrand doesn't count. Storm Ruler doesn't count. Okay, so we have the best large sword. Dragonbone Smasher, great sword. Okay, we have that covered. Pair of sword katanas, thrusting swords, axes. I guess I can look at axes. What do we got? Battle axe or guillotine axe? Oh, there's one in the smithing grounds. Hold up, we're gonna test that. Okay, never mind. That's really good to know. Actually, let's test the axe out. Let's give the axe its fair shake. Look at hammers and large hammers too. I still need to grab the large club. So maybe we'll go back to smithing grounds and we'll mess around with that for a minute before I do anything else. Well, no, actually no. We're gonna grab those later because we want to drop some of these crap items out of our inventory. Because I'm not going to use this claymore once I finish this testing section. We're going to just check it real fast to see if what it does, and then we're going to probably just like discard it.
Hello, I'm keep.
So we're going to deposit Night Sword. Oh, it's 3. Why did I think it was 8? Oh, because it looks like an 8. Okay, because 3 looks like an 8. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so I guess we do Night Sword too.
You have a...
We see how much extra damage we get. And then we'll test out Claymore, and then we'll grab the Crushing Axe, and that'll be pretty okay. We didn't need that much. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Elevator, for doing your job. Okay. Come here. Okay, upgrade. Can't do that. Knights, that's out of the picture. Okay, let's see what this Night Sword does over this other one. These increments on these souls is just so crazy. It's like very little difference between each increment. Hard stone. Oh, I need more souls.
All done?
Yeah, I don't know why I would use any of these weapons over the Murden Hammer. A lot of these weapons. I think there's actually legitimately no reason to.
All done?
Okay. Just need a little bit more. Slurp. Slurp. Upgrade. Night sword. Greystone. Okay, this is it. This is it. Yeah. We only need +2 right now. I think they scale pretty hard with upgrades, so 96.44. 102.47. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Night sword is actually probably significantly better. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, cool. We got that covered. We need these claymores. We need to test these claymores. They cost more to upgrade in terms of resource materials, and they're worse, basically.
All done?
Okay, so I think that wraps up Night Sword. We'll do one test. We'll test Night Sword versus. Well, let's try this against something. Let's give this a shot. Problem is, we invested all our time and energy into the Murden Hammer, so even if we wanted another weapon, we wouldn't want to put in the effort, right? Oh yeah, that's right, we need to turn this on. Let's try on one of these random enemies. Come here. Come here, brother. Oh, yeah. Hey, there you go. Oh, I mean, complain harder. Why don't you? You know? I bet we'll wreck the fat official here, too. Complain harder, why don't you? This is pretty solid. Honestly, this is probably better than the Murden Hammer in some ways. The thing is, you need the Murden Hammer for... well, you don't need it, but it would help. Murden Hammer is going to be good against... probably we could do the Night Sword against Old Monk. But Murden Hammer should make Old Monk look effortless, basically. Ow. Not bad. Okay. This is a very exceptional weapon. This is well within the rules here. Crushing Battle Axe. Now we test this out. While we're here, we'll look at what's the comparison point here. Oh, we need to upgrade it one time. That's going to affect it a lot. That's going to affect its quality considerably. And then we'll go grab the great club. And then once we get the great club, we'll look at that. We'll take a quick look at that. The thing about that is it can't be upgraded, but that might not really be that much of a downside. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, it can't be upgraded. But it's like we've been having so many problems with upgrades as it is that that might prove advantageous for it conceptually, right? We'd be in a situation where it turns out that that's actually really good for the weapon in terms of its like relative viability. But maybe I'll hold off on talking about club until later. Oh wait, we need to upgrade this thing. Gives this thing a quick little upgrade. Put some greystone in this son of a gun. Do a quick compare and contrast. Okay, so it has a mace moveset basically. But it has slash damage, which is why would you want that? Okay, so it's just bad, basically. That's okay. Not every weapon gets to be good.
Well done.
So, yeah, I don't really see a compelling reason for 96, yeah, so it's not even as good as Night Sword. Okay. That's good to know. I'm pretty sure Night Sword is, like, actually legitimately one of the best weapons in the game here. Would be my guess. Oh, wait, no, we need to go. We need to grab the club. We need to grab great club. I think this Night Sword is actually one of the best weapons in the game. Probably. See, if this way to 8, it would actually probably be kind of balanced. Yeah, not bad at all. I mean, this is crushing +2, which you wouldn't have at this point. You have a hard, which I should have tested. I should have tested a hard version. Because you really, at best, you'd have hard +3 right now. You wouldn't even have that. You'd have like a hard +1 or 2. So I guess I go buy another one and test that. But we need to test this against higher areas. These enemies can be killed with anything if you just do it right, right? There's no prize for testing these enemies. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. We need that. There's no real prize for beating these enemies anyway. Look at Great Club. Okay, so it weighs 5, which is pretty good actually. Large hammer. What? What? Bruh. What's the strength requirement? 20. So you need a strength of like 15 to... Let's try it. Let's give this a shot. Where even am I? Where the heck am I? In this crap hole. Okay, I think we just go this way for the exit. Where even am I in this crap hole? This place sucks. This place sucks real bad. This place is real stinky. Whoa! 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 Cool. I have 30 strength, so it's kind of impractical, but... My goodness. Hold up, we're gonna try this in Island's Edge, actually. There's one place where we need to give this a real shot. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, baby girl. This is even better than the Great Club in Dark Souls. That's not true. That's just false. But it's really giving it a run for its money. This is something special. That's something special. Holy heck, we might have a solution for enemies in as a Dex character. What's the... So this is like 22. What's the requirements on this one? 10. So we need 10 for Soldier Shield. We might actually have a reason to go some strength investment in his Dex. I can't remember how the two-handing rules work, but we might have an incentive to two-hand like this weapon. We're gonna try this on Island's Edge. I'm gonna give this a shot. Let's try Club 2. We'll try Club 2 while we're at it. So I think Greystone Axe. I think Axe is just not the vibe.
Hello, I'm keep.
Axe is just not the vibe. Axe is not the vibe. Axe just ain't the vibe. Hold up, let's drop this off. So longsword, okay, that's great and all. Yeah, well, let's just drop off a bunch of this. Iron knuckle. And then give me the club, please. Show me the club.
You have.
Well, we're gonna try this on Island's Edge. Oh wait, hold up, let's look at shields. This was a triumph.
Hello, I'm Keep.
I'm making a note here. Huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. Okay, so we probably need at least 11 or 12 strength here. Where's the fire defense? What the heck? Why does it not show fire defense? Fire attack. Damage reduction, guard break, durability, weight. Okay. $18. Okay, so this one requires 18. So I think we're not going to want that. Let's look at these two.
You have a.
You have a heart of gold. Don't let them take it from you. Okay, hold up. We got a heater shield here. Why does it not show me fire defense? Oh, 65. Is that what it is? No. Fire attack. Do I need to like hit a button or something? What does any of this mean? Stat bonuses, special effects, physical. Where's the defense bonus? Why is it? Oh, there. Oh no, it's on the other panel. Physical defense 156, fire defense 148. Wait a minute. That's not my physical defense? That's my stats. So it just doesn't show me the fire defense. What a troll. How trolly. Okay.
Hello, I'm.
We'll just drop these off and hope that we'll look at shields later.
Yeah.
Let's wreck something in Island's Edge with this thing before stream ends. Let's go wreck a skeleton. Let's go bop a skeleton real good. I think this weapon is actually pretty, like, goated. Because this is unupgraded. This is literally +0. I haven't done anything to this weapon. Yeah, okay, well, it lost a little magic for me there. When it didn't one-shot this guy. Okay, that's actually not ideal. We can try the club, though. Try this club, I guess. Or we could do a mace as a dex character. We can look into that. Let's look into that. Oh, that's actually pretty swag. So probably that's a 3-shot as a character with less strength. How much scaling am I getting out of this? So I think we just used a big chicken leg. The big turkey leg is a freaking weapon as the dex character too. So I'm getting a pretty good amount of physical offense on this thing. About a good 50%. About a third of its damage is coming from scaling, which is not going to be achievable. But if I can block these guys with a 100% block shield, if I can get like a kite shield or something and block these guys as a dex character, that'll be my way in on them. Okay. We need to see if I can kill... I think this is it. Wait, we need to compare this to the Greystone. It's about the same. I'm not gonna worry about that. I guess I can look at it. I can compare it to a mace. That's about the only interesting thing. Oh shoot! Ow! Fudge! Dead. Okay, well we got that covered. I'm satisfied with what we did there. Okay, so we need more hardstone though. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. That's satisfactory to me. We need a hardstone, like a claymore or something, and give it a shot. But I don't like the fact that there's no thrust attack on its moveset, so it's like 1% of an actual. Hold up, let me triple check that. Do I just not know what this weapon does or something? Okay, heavy attack slash. Heavy R1 slash. Okay, that's bad. That's bad. Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. Okay, I mean that comes out really quick. So maybe this will be a Huckleberry. As far as like other options go. Well, we'll have, wait. What's going on? Oh, 2 shields. Okay, yeah. So we just need to test Claymore crushing. And that'll be it. Uh-oh. He's gonna kill me. Yeah, no! No! Gotta try it again. Gotta give that another shot. Man, that's such a serve. Dude, Made in Black looks incredible. That's what my wife should wear around the house. That's what Caitlin should wear around the house, is the Made in Black getup. Or I guess maybe I should wear the Made in Black getup. Caitlin can wear the armor. Caitlin will wear the armor, and I'll wear the Made in Black getup. Is how this will go. When I finally get that together. I'm really bad at that for some reason. Ow! Ugh, gonna try it again. It's a freaking ghost, man. Crazy ghost. Crazy goofy ghost. Oh. Got my purple shield on. Got my hat. Got my swag armor, my swag metal hat that I have on. There's also no plunging attacks in this game either. I need to land right on him. Yeah, there you go. And we just kill him again. And we'll upgrade the Claymore to plus 8 or something. How much does the Murden Hammer weigh? 3.5. Okay, so what am I getting out of this Claymore over the Murden Hammer? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. It's like you could use a halberd. Okay, like you could also use a halberd. Like a halberd's basically the same as the Murden Hammer, but you don't get the halberd for free unless you start with one. So one of the starting classes has a halberd to start, but other than that, you have to buy it for like 6,000 souls off of the one merchant, off of the Filthy Woman merchant, which is like the dumbest thing ever. Like, why would you want? Why you could just get the Murden Hammer for free? The FREE. You don't need the stupid other thing. That's like a weapon you start with, and that's like all it's good for. But I think I'll use a club in as a Dex character to kill the skeletons. I think that's a smart play. And the lack of scaling doesn't really matter. And I guess I could use a mace, but even that's like more effort than it's worth probably. Okay. Claymore gets tested. And we'll look up colorless Demon Soul weapons too. I think our only real game in town is Dragonbone Smasher. But we'll take a look anyway. We'll take a little triple check. We'll do a little checky check on that. Well, let's see what this claymore could do. I think once this claymore is out of the picture, it's over. There's like literally only one weapon we kind of want to test, and that's, or I guess the great sword or the huge sword or whatever. The great sword, yeah. It's not exactly a great sword per se. But yeah, it's like it's hard when I feel like Great Club is just better. Club and Great Club are just better than these weapons as like a strength character. But we'll look at Mace. We'll see what Mace does. But I'm not optimistic. I'm not like profoundly optimistic or something. But I only have it plus 2. Hold on, we'll actually trade. We'll do some testing, some side by side there on this. So, Great Club can go. That's all right. Take item. We take the Morning Star.
You have.
Let's take a look here. So, Club is 75 plus 40. Crushing Morning Star is 90. Okay, so the Morning Star is better than the Club, which is totally reasonable. Okay. So maybe before we go to Shrine of Storms, we get the Mace, and we Grey infuse it. We Greystone infuse it. I don't know. Hold on, let's look at the swing speed. Seems about comparable. Okay, but the problem is you need Greystone shards.
Hello.
But I think you get some Greystone shards from like random enemies. So I don't think it's like that's going to be an issue. Oh, I need to unequip the club for me to actually put it in the thing.
Hello.
Deposit. But I mean, if that's what the thing can do, if that's what the Morning Star can do, then probably the Mace is even better. Problem is you got to buy the Mace from the NPC, and it's like 3,000 souls or something. It's like a lot. So, no, not this way. We're going to whatever it's called. We're gonna try a Crushing Infusion on this. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth testing. Like, it's just legitimately not even worth testing. Oh, we're at 3 hours. Hold up. Let's finish this. Let's get this done. There we go. It looks pretty cool. It looks swag. So you gotta give it that. Yeah, you gotta give it that. And then, what do we need to do? Okay, we need to kill Penetrator. We'll do that last, probably. Kill Penetrator last. We need to kill... We'll just go to 3-2. We'll just go to 3-2. I did 2-3, or whatever. So we'll just go to 3-2. We have everything we need to kill. What's his face? How much more do I need? 6 more.
Well done.
I need 6 more, and then I can Greystone it. I'm gonna heavy infuse it. What does it look like right now? I mean, that's pretty decent on the damage, and the attack seems to come out really fast. So we'll definitely give this a shot. I don't know if this is like a truly profound weapon, but it's something. Problem is, I don't see a world in which this is like a necessity. It's heavy. Like, it does slash damage, so it's like, okay. Like, I think maybe if you like have fire infuse it or something, if you dragon infuse it, and you gave it a bunch of fire damage, it'd be a lot more interesting as like an option. But in that case, why not just use the dragon longsword? Like, I don't know what this weapon even really does. Maybe I can pancake enemies with it, actually. Let's try that. But I feel like pancaking isn't as necessary in this game. So we'll give this its fair shake for sure. But I'm not optimistic about it. Okay, Crushing Claymore. Crushing Claymore plus 2. Okay, we can't go to 3, of course.
Well done.
Okay, let's give this... Okay, what's the damage profile look like now? I mean, that's pretty considerable. I will give that it's pretty considerable. So let's try to get one of these random enemies up ahead. But I think what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go to 1-3 and give it a shot there. That's really going to be our moment. Because it might be able to pancake stuff in 1-3. Okay, zombies. Where's the zombies? Hello, Mr. Zombie. Well, I one-shot him. Didn't one-shot that enemy, though. Huh. So these enemies are really resistant to slash, though, so it's not a surprise that this is not going super well. But I mean, the attack comes out really quick. We need to go to 1-3 to test this. This is a weapon that may do something really interesting in 1-3. We'll just buy a hardstone right now, too, while we're at it. Okay, we're actually at 3 hours and 5 minutes. Well, okay, no, we'll test this. We'll test this out, and then we'll call it in that order. We'll give this a whirl. I think great swords are going to have their moment later. I don't think great swords are the vibe right now. I think it's a bad gig for these. Yeah, there we go. I think great swords are not the style of the time. But I mean, we'll see. Let's see what happens here. That's disappointing. Although I guess I broke his guard. I broke his guard. So it's like, okay. Like, not amazing, but I broke his guard. Okay, okay. This is fine. This is totally fine. That's not so fine. I don't know. It's okay. This is just okay. We'll try some dogs, I guess. I mean, it comes out just as quick as the Murden Hammer. So I don't really see a reason to use this over a lighter weapon or the Murden Hammer. It's like, if you want all the assets of what a weapon can do for you, I think this is probably... Kill the dog. Okay, I mean, that's... it's pretty lousy. It comes out quicker than a Murden Hammer, though, I guess. We can try the two-hand again. What's up, brother? Oh, it's disappointing. It's fine. I mean, it's not +5, so Murden Hammer would probably have the same problem, but I'm not convinced if there's any excuse to use this over a Murden Hammer is the problem. Oh, there's Great Axe. There you go. I'm not convinced there's any excuse to use this over a Murden Hammer. Okay, well, we're gonna stream. I think we'll look at maybe a couple other weapons. I think I need to look at Crescent Axe real fast. But thanks everybody for watching. So I think I'm sorting out great swords. I'm gonna say no great sword, no claymore, no ultra great sword or whatever. No massive sword. We're gonna look at great axes. I know. I think we're done. I think actually it's like Knight Sword and then like Murden Hammer. And I'm not really convinced there's a compelling reason. And then maybe like Dragonbone Smasher or something if you really wanted to. But have a good night, everyone.